going to be a horrible way to start the audio. Thank you, Hamill. Wow.
You're welcome. I'm not apologising.
Sorry, Chris.
After
what we've just been put through, it's the least.
He's still reeling.
No, we will not address what we were just talking about.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Hello, audience.
Hey, audience.
How you doing?
I'm not sorry.
So, the whole gang is actually here. Crazy.
Holy shit.
Amy, you're very quiet. Yes. Ooh, subiversary, Becky. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But we will carry on from where we started off last week, as you have finally now arrived in the jungles of Thaera. Arriving in the port city of Zutor, you can see that it is a very colourful and vibrant place, with many different animals and creatures that seem almost alien to you. Dinosaurs, plants, reptiles, and even flying reptiles. It is quite a sight to behold. Your mission so far here in the jungle is to continue your pilgrimage, to refine your souls and bodies and minds against the great corruptor's will, following in the footsteps of Marine, the goddess who formerly took this journey herself and is rumoured to stop the corruptor's influence on you. She has been here in the jungles before and has found the Font of Life, a seemingly enigmatic entity, location, creature, who knows, in the jungle, that all you know is that Gara must champion the values of self-sacrifice in order to appease it. The whereabouts and location of the Font of Life are still a mystery, which you think the best place of research might be the dwarven capital of Zudak here in the jungle. There is also the matter of looking for some blood hunters, maybe, who are a little more clued in on the nature of lycanthropy here in Thaera, as it is not a curse so easily removed, and is a lot more potent and dangerous to those afflicted with it. You got some supplies in the port city of Zutor, and you made your way up the river towards the Thaera summits where Zutak is settled. You have 2 canoes and have been moving up the river. We last left off when you had camped up for the night and had been ambushed and attacked by some assassin vines. So we will continue at the camp in the morning after everyone has had a long rest. The jungle is very much the same in its state as it was, but for a brief recap, it is a very huge and, most importantly, vibrant area. The trees are much taller than any trees or any jungle you'd expect. The trunks can be almost as wide as buildings in some areas, and you can constantly see vines and different plants, fungus, mushrooms, and all kinds of creatures draping and using the trees as their homes. The majority of plants here are a much larger scale than what you'd expect regular plants to be. And it is a constant thrum and hum of wildlife in the area. The morning is quite pleasant. There is a bit of mist coming off the damp from the ground this morning and the fog, and the orange golden sun is beaming through the canopy and lighting up the camp that you are in as it is morning. Gara, you slept through the night attack.
Yeah, it was, I'm good. Oh, it was a good night's sleep.
Haniel will exit her temple, her tiny temple. That was nice and restful.
Thanks for letting me stay in there a bit longer.
That is okay, Chetan. Time for breakfast.
I mean, relaxing apart from, you know, the death, destruction,
Oh,
terrible.
that was nothing.
There was death and destruction in Thaera.
Oh, look who it is. Mr. Sleep through it all.
Wow,
Some
that was a
plan
really
tried
weird
to
line.
steal Jaden and Norman in the night.
Oh, but why?
And me.
Oh yes, and Neve. Although they were mostly just holding on to you for a while and not really doing much.
It was fine. We handled it.
Turns out having a tiny temple is quite useful.
Oh yes.
Already
very
breakfast.
nice. I did not get disturbed once by plants.
Roman
Oh,
will
just
start
by me.
preparing the group breakfast.
Oh yeah, feel free to make a cooking utensils roll.
Can't.
Oh, what is on the menu
Yeah,
this
Con.
morning, Roman?
I'm happy to say that
What
goes on, Con.
it
it is.
I'm gonna use a luck point. Let's.
10 is perfectly average, and it's a perfectly passable meal. You can use a luck point if you want, if you are that particular about your cooking.
Well done, Roman, pouring the milk out.
yeah,
seconds.
I'm gonna do that. Why not? Let's do it. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Absolutely.
We almost forgot the key ingredient.
Mwah.
Food.
Absolutely chef kiss. Roll a d10, James.
I noticed most Michelins.
Everyone have 5 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
As that has really filled your bellies, and that is hearty. Like Roman, describe. Do you want to describe how you've cooked and prepared food, or is that putting you on the spot with random culinary knowledge that James does not have?
Yeah, it's more. I'll leave that sort of descriptor up to you mostly.
Okay. So, using maybe using maybe some of the dried and cured meats that you picked up in the port from your rations and things, you gather some fresh spices, some eggs, and you're able to kind of simmer the eggs in some of the fat from the meat and everything. You get some nice rustic loaf of bread, and you kind of toast that on either side, crack over a bit of salt with maybe some preserved oils and things like that you have. And the presentation as well, for some reason there's just a very focused zen point in Roman's head where he's just in the zone, and you can see him doing all these different things, managing all these different pans. His workstations are very clean, and he presents this beautiful breakfast of meat, eggs with spiced herbs and oils, and absolutely delicious.
Oh, he's cracked open the fine china just for the occasion.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget that Roman's actually a good cook. From when I spent my time in Celeste, in the Sanctum, learning how to cook. and clean.
This is good.
I know, it's great.
Wow.
My everything still hurts.
This is exactly what I needed.
Take some of the bread, put it in my pocket.
Yeah, you're right.
Takes
Not
pride
really.
in his cooking.
Pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I'll be fine.
Good job I could call on the bugs. You know, it's nice to be in a place where you can call upon swathes of bugs.
Norman looks
because a
unconvinced.
mosquito lands on it.
I don't really
forget
like
your insect
bugs.
repellent when we're near the water.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are biting.
I might put
Oh,
some
yeah.
on now.
Well, yes,
after-
it will do you for the day. So
I guess.
Ah, there we go. The sun's just come on.
we are trying.
It's rising incrementally.
The lighting on my thingy changed.
Yeah,
so.
it's slowly changing.
Yeah.
Good timing. We suppose we will be hitting road soon. I say road, but it is not going to be a road.
Back to the boat.
No,
Should-
no worries.
We should probably pack up camp and be ready to go.
Yeah, just because I've let's be honest, I've been a little bit away with the fairies for a little bit. Which way were we going again?
Do you want me to drag you onto the map?
We've been mostly
That was
following
a roleplay
the,
question. That was a roleplay question.
We've been mainly following the river up north, towards the city.
Because I got some
Lead straight
more.
to Zudak.
Because I got some info, and I don't think that's
Oh.
where we need to go.
In
No.
Do
Dubai?
tell.
We can eventually go there.
Where is it
Probably.
supposed to go?
Okay, so while we were back in Zuthor, sorry. While we were back in Zutor, I went and asked around a little bit, found out a bit of info. Garage stretchers. Oh, there we go. Okay, so one of the shopkeepers there, kind of an out of the way shop. It was weirdly selling some hydrofen.
Did you
yeah,
get some?
I can't remember if I did or not, Rob.
No, there wasn't any in stock left.
Oh,
But
there
you,
you go.
you saw there was a jar there which was labelled hydrofen, and noticed that it was empty, and that's what piqued your interest.
Yes, cool.
Scratches back of my neck.
And yeah, the shopkeep says that he has actually a couple of people who come in, a dwarven fellow, and a more of a darker complexioned elf girl, saying that he suspects take part in the more darker aspects of the jungle, as he put it. And they're up in, where's the word? Ipanui, which it's not actually on any map. It's somewhere between Zutor and the Impenetrable Shade.
Oh,
Perhaps we should get the map up.
that forest bit?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to put us on the map page?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. As the animation of the map rolling across the screen plays out, and it goes.
Yep.
I don't know.
So somewhere around here. I know it's a big area to cover, but
I
they had a
mean,
strong lead that they possibly do strange magics.
Is it like a place that they're in? I mean, if we get closer, it might be able to-
Yes, we can.
Yeah, it's a place
We
called
could
Ipanui.
get there after going to Zudak for more information.
I'm not done. I've also found out other information.
I think Ara was saying we not need to go to the Zudak first. It is maybe that we go here first.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose we could
Okay.
perhaps take the boat all the way upstream and then head into the forest.
What was the other thing that you're?
Yes, carry on, Kara. Sorry.
Yes, that there's someone else. The only other person he seemed to know of as a Vitrian wizard.
Veretian.
Veretian, sorry. Veretian wizard who hangs out up here at Hadram's Basin, who seems to be studying fonts of magic or fonts of life.
Oh, well, yeah. That is where we need to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's other places to add to the objectives list.
Well-
Gara, you've got some side quests.
How dare you say those
Hey,
words?
that's main quest right there.
I'm so proud of you.
That's the main quest. Also, the people around here may or may not worship worship a big dinosaur. Lots of teeth.
Ooh, what kind of dinosaur?
Well, let's see. If we're going off of the old language, one of the old languages, if it's actually transferable to here in Thaera, I'm going with a Tyrannosaurus.
Oh,
Because I learned about the four lower. Ratasar, the Tyrant King, which in the old language, it literally means, is literally Tyranno Rex, the Sorby lizard.
yes. So that is what was on the list of things where you can get hides for money.
I don't
I think
think I've
it was
ever
a-
seen
I
one
think it was
before, you
a-
know.
A death tyrant, is it called?
That's a big undead thingy, though. I don't know, either way, we'll find out when we find it. There's also another one called Panoi, the
Death tyrant hide, 200 gold pieces.
the Upanshi.
Punch. Yes, we.
Oh, the flying.
Is it a beast or a god?
These are what they call them Loa, which is, I believe, another word for god. There's also Boff, the sleeping turtle, and Ikimanwe, the trickster Al-Maraj. I have probably butchered all of those pronunciations.
They have.
We're not native to this land. It's
God?
not expected that you know it by reading.
Exactly. It's another word for god, but they tend to be more focused on nature or animals.
Lots of
Like an
animals.
aspect of nature
Yes.
or something, maybe.
Yeah, you find when you get to lands like this that So still get you local kind of.
And there may be some link to these animal spirits and the font of life.
Very possibly, or just somewhere
Perhaps.
all around this region in general. The ones up in Ipanui, where the possible blood hunters, don't seem to be ones that focus on worship of those four lower.
There's Chewinga in this jungle.
A
That'd be
window.
really cool. That's our character. That wasn't said like this. Chewinga.
So,
yeah.
do you think we should follow the river away up, or
It's still worth us following the river up for a while anyway.
I mean, yes, we will be following it up for a little while, but if we are maybe going over here, then
Yeah.
I suppose we could go up to here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe we could follow the river until it meets its end around here.
No one knows exactly where it is. They just said the guy just said it's between.
Maybe like here, and then just make way.
He just said that it's between Zutor
Whichever would
and
be
the
the
Impenetrable
shortest
Shade.
journey through the jungle.
Oh, between
But we
Zutor
don't
and
know
the
whereabouts we are
What about
going.
here?
so it could be even here.
Can you
It
measure from
could be,
here?
yeah. It could be literally anywhere in this entire region. They don't know. They don't know exactly where it is.
Is it worth us going on foot sooner?
probably?
You know, if we do not want to get all the way up here and then have it be over here.
Exactly.
Having to double back. And
So is your current plan to just try and find a needle in a haystack?
Yes.
Cool. Let me just rip up some of my pieces of paper.
Oh, sorry. I
No, no, no,
hear you
no,
tearing
no,
up those sheets.
No, it's fine. Do what you want, guys.
Roman
I'm
lad.
thinking more like Neve is very good at being able to potentially find things.
And like
Ask
and
Lan.
Oops. Sorry.
Roman and Neve could fly up, maybe.
I don't think we'd
Oh,
be
wait,
There is
wait,
lots of ways in way.
you've got the canopy. I think if we can get to a good place and I can commune with the lads, I might
That's
be
what I
able.
was thinking.
Unless they've got like huts that are just on top.
Maybe perhaps heading to Zudak first
I
would
won't
give us
be able
more
to
information generally, and maybe we could learn more of this place in Zudak.
You did say you were going to Zudak to help out Ella at some point as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's up to
Yes.
the party. I just delivered the information.
I feel we should make for Zudak first.
Yeah.
I think maybe if we head slightly further upriver, maybe every night, if Neve can try to commune with land, see if there
Oh
is
yes,
any
we can.
clues.
Yeah.
If we can like lay the information, some of the divination.
What is the place called?
Ipanui.
Ipanui.
IPI apostrophe NUI.
Do you have all this written down, Gara?
Yes.
Ah, good. That will make it a lot easier. Thank you.
Yes, I mean I am biased in the fact that I trust the forest more than trying to find things in cities. So yeah.
Because I could try to do the spell of gather information, see if there is anything else that we could find out about the place before we go, or
Ancient law.
yes, that's what I mean.
Is there any resources that you have to use first?
Yes,
Just
Yeah.
incense. Do we
I have two goes worth of it.
I reckon we should ping it. Like we should sort of try things along the way.
Perhaps,
and if
yes.
get
Perhaps
them
when we
there,
perhaps when we
don't
stop tonight, we can try to perform a legend law to learn more about this Ipanui.
or
As
you
I
know
said
what
as
have
well.
I haven't done? Ages.
Then
Oh, no, you go.
I was just gonna say then as well. There's Hadrim's Basin way up here in the north, big old distance away.
If they are getting the Hydra thing in Zutor, do you think it is all imported in from the desert, or do you think there may be hydras that are around or in the jungle?
I'm thinking it's local.
That is what I'm thinking. If there is a way that we can get some hydras in too, because we need them.
I mean, yeah, no, possible.
Roll nature checks. Yeah, if you're inquiring about hydras.
Nature.
Gara, you know that hydras tend to be in more kind of canyony type areas. So if there are any in the jungles, you'd expect to find them in a more canyon-like area.
Okay, yeah, and the hydras do tend to be more of a canyon-ish area. So looking at maybe these collapsing cliffs over here,
Yes.
possibly that does look
Or
like
maybe in and amongst some of the mountainous regions.
Yes,
very possibly as well.
We can ask if we go to Zudak, perhaps. If we are going to go to Zudak.
I believe that we can learn more information about where this place might be exactly from Zudak. We can use Neve's traveling spell to cover a lot more distance a lot faster.
Gara, I think we should also probably mention what I saw in a dream. I mean, it is a dream, but considering
How dreams are these days.
Yeah. You know about the general that's gonna be in the jungle.
Vashan, the pretty boy.
Mm-hmm. It seems like the best chance we got is if you'd be able to take him on, duel like a duel type thing, one on one.
Okay.
I don't like it, and maybe that isn't the way, and maybe I was just seeing somebody's dream. I don't know, but that was the feeling that I was getting.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I can.
We know that from what Neve's said, he has some sort of twisted sense of honor. Perhaps us interfering with a duel would cause great harm, give him great power.
Okay. So literally just.
We see it seems the case that we flee or all fight at once, we fall.
That's sort of a lot. It all didn't really go very well. But it's probably a thing. Anyway, we should have the rest of this breakfast.
Yeah. Ooh, breakfast. Nom nom nom. Eggs.
Oh, I finished ages ago. Is there seconds?
No.
I also start reaching into a bag and pulling out 2 weasels and a direwolf.
Nice.
Amazing! You're traveling by boat.
Yeah.
Sorry, they can travel on the like shoreline, yeah. 2 weasels that sat on a direwolf.
No, the weasels are coming in the boat. They're cute.
Jesus fucking
Just send them off to scout ahead, like, and alert us of danger.
Weasel 1, Weasel 2, and it was 2 weasels and a what?
And a direwolf.
And a direwolf. Of course. You can have
Like that.
one of
It's
them.
not the gaslighting weasel, is it?
Oh, the gaslighting weasel, it could be.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
They sit down and await your commands.
Cool. Right, well we should probably get moving unless we've got other things. We've got anything else?
We should get the boats and be ready to move.
So how are you planning on transporting these animals?
Have them follow us along the shore. Perhaps they can scout ahead for dangers.
That will make you move slower. It will remove the element of being able to move faster if you're waiting for these animals to follow along the shore. The shoreline is not always going to be clear. There are going to be impasses, trees, branches, rocks, and everything along the shoreline that they will have to work their way around.
I will make this easier, and I will have the two weasels in the boat with us, and I'll let the direwolf be free
It will be free for a day.
for its whole day.
Okay.
Let it play out for a bit.
Yeah.
It's gonna go play out.
Come find me at night.
The direwolf runs away into the forest, well, into the jungle. At some point during the day, you're going to hear like a roar of a T-Rex and a wolf whimpering.
Oh,
It's not its natural habitat at all.
Oh no.
Right, so
Yeah.
we'll move on to travel then. So, Hamill, you were away last week, so there's a few things. If you look in your miscellaneous handouts folder, there is jungle handouts, just to condense things down, and there were travel tasks. So we'll break down travel into 2 segments, morning and afternoon. During each of those segments, everyone gets to do one of these travel tasks, or they can do nothing. It's kind of hard to give everyone something really unique to do during travel, but this just gives people options to do stuff if they want to do stuff. Just so there's a bit more substance to travel. So we will go left to right. Actually, no. Firstly, who's your navigator? We'll start with them.
Probably going to be me.
Okay, so Neve, can you roll 2 survival checks for me, please? 1 for the morning, 1 for the afternoon.
Yep.
Easy. Neve is handily following the path of the river. So you will move 3 hexes today, because normally you'd only travel 2 hexes a day. If you're on foot, you get to move 3 hexes by boat, just because it's a lot easier to navigate by a river. But Gara, what are you going to be doing during your morning and afternoon?
I was gonna say we're by boat, so I was going to do cover tracks, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Avengers Honey will assist.
Yeah, I'll have a scavenge. And honey will assist me.
Okay, so roll your alchemy almanac roll. So survival or nature.
I'm gonna go with good old survival. Fishing in that. Honey's assisting me, so I get advantage.
You do get a advantage. So 13. Unfortunately, it looks like because this is a pretty well-travelled part of the river, and it's used by a fair few people to go between Zudak and Zutor, any kind of very clear and visible herbs that are of any use will have probably already been picked and scavenged clean.
Yeah. I just imagine at some point as well we're going through having a look. Oh, this plant looks like it could be useful. Then it turns and roars at us, and we run away.
Yeah. It kind of the flower hisses and scurries underneath a bush.
Nope, never mind. Run, O'Neill, run!
back to the boat.
Team Redhead.
But you have an afternoon roll.
Yep, you got an
Oh, shit.
afternoon. Yep.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Second one.
Again,
Rolling for similar numbers.
unfortunately, you can even see some tracks of some people in the kind of like the shallows and kind of like the muddy shorelines of what looked like plants that were harvestable, but all the right things, all the flowers, the fruits and things have been taken off them.
So well-travelled route. It's just I don't think it's happening today, O'Neill. Thanks for the
Okay.
assistance, though.
We will keep an eye out for things while we are along the way anyway.
Yes.
Jaden, your morning and afternoon decisions.
I think I might. Would Jason be able to like jump out the boat, have a little scavenge, and like keep up with the boat because he's like a monk? Or is it?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
The scavenging is essentially like us occasionally stopping.
Along the river and
Yeah.
stuff like that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to worry about that sort of thing. So you can try.
You can make the rolls. That's what Gara has been doing, but the prospect of kind of moving alongside with the boat. Not really viable. The same reason for the direwolf.
Can I also scavenge, please?
Yes.
Okay. So, survival or nature?
Survival or nature. Ooh, Jaden, you do find something. Whereas you're maybe not looking with quite the same learned eye. You're just kind of looking. Maybe you're looking up instead of like around where some of the actual things are. Maybe your inexperience has given you the look to find something. So can you roll a d20 for me, please?
14.
14. So you have found something literally called air plant. I think you've already got some of that.
Oh, what's this?
It's the one where you put a clump in your mouth and it gives you like an hour of underwater breathing or something.
Yeah.
Oh, how many do I buy?
Aiden's
Just
probably
one,
just been
just
filling
one.
a sack with like random weeds and reeds and stuff, and he's just like picked up something useful along his and just like empties it out in the boat, and it's like, hey, that's actually useful.
Everyone's like, no, Jaden, no.
don't
No,
actually- don't actually have
Jaden,
it,
no. This is wait. Actually, yes. Oh, sorry. Shit.
Yeah,
This is a rock.
I'll add it to the.
Just the one did I find?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just the
You
one.
can roll again for the afternoon.
Yeah. Afternoon.
Yeah, can I do that again?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Roll another d20.
It's all in the sack.
Yeah. It's all.
Learning.
You find another air plant.
He's just been pulling things out the water, shoving them in the bag.
He's walking
His
along with the
hand
bag open, and he's just scooping along. Just
Occasionally, like Neve will lean over and just like pick out.
He's just sifting through it, and Eve's like, "Oh, there you go. That looks
Don't mind if we
Oh, it's like a lucky dip, isn't it?
I'm sure whatever that is.
Right. So then Honiel assisted Gara. So we're on to Roman.
If Norman is going to be on scouting duty, then Roman will assist Norman in the afternoon and the morning.
Okay. And then Norman, what are you doing? Roman is assisting you.
I guess I'm doing that.
Yeah, so roll 2 perception checks. So this is you actively keeping an eye out instead of relying on your passive perception.
With
Both with
advantage.
advantage.
Yes.
Oh, I'm at chance. Me.
So a 16, and I guess just roll single one again.
Yeah. For the afternoon. You're not. It's quite noisy in the jungle, especially near the river, where there are lots of smaller animals, and you even do see some kind of like weird plant-like creatures that seem to be just kind of like little shrubs with their like vines kind of moving around, kind of like little feet and legs, and they kind of shuffle away from the shoreline and everything, and it's very noisy, but you don't notice anything of anything. Note any danger or anything like that during your morning or your afternoon. And you guys will camp down for the night.
I blame that poor roll on Roman because, that roll was the same as Roman's passive perception, that 9.
Mm.
He's so fucking oblivious.
Oh no.
Humans.
I know, right?
Not like Norman with like his 16, maybe.
Do you think all humans' names end in "un"?
In
I think
man.
so.
They all end in man.
So we'll bring you on to the camp map. And is there anything people want to do during the evening?
Roman will set up his alarms for the night during camp. Damn it.
Honiel will
I have to do these every time.
we'll set up an ever so slightly larger, very small temple.
You could make it larger than that. And we can put the camp inside.
But you don't want to just, like not camp in the
Want the whole
forest.
camp inside?
Why not?
I
Because
think
they
Honiel
would
wants to.
know.
I think Honiel wants her own space. Let her have her own space.
You can all come in.
Roman, I've just got back
Roman.
into the place of trees and things. Don't take me away from it.
All these tents are so nicely set up. It's we may as well try to encompass them in the barrier.
No. Neve has spoken.
Thanks.
That's right. Listen to your tiefling go.
I'm going to get tiny horse then, and I'm going to stand it myself. You'll see. You'll all see.
Neve, tonight though, can you make a con roll for me, please? Con save, even.
Oh, oh,
Swear to Christ, you take a bite out of me.
You are not getting the benefits of a long rest tonight, Neve. You are only getting the benefits of a short rest. You are finding yourself very restless during the night, and maybe a stargazing a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honey, am I alright coming in the temple?
Of course, you are all welcome to sleep in here if you want.
Yeah.
I'll do like a communion with nature whilst the temple has been amidst things.
Okay.
Just generally, I think it's within a few miles. If there's any obvious building structures that should not be there. What the hell is a T-Rex? I guess I'll just look into it. An interesting plan.
Okay, anything within 3 miles. So you're not getting anything from 3 miles. And then, what the hell is a T-Rex? Do I have it in here? No, so let me... Tyrannosaurus.
From an icy perspective of what is this?
That's
What's this? What's this? What's this?
And someone is
Okay, so you'll know that is a T-Rex, Neve.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's an Allosaurus. Thank you very much.
So you know that that is a T-Rex. What I'll do is actually I'll just show you the stat block of a T-Rex. You can just have that to your knowledge. So that will be in your journal.
Thank you. That's me.
Okay. So is anyone else doing anything during the evening?
Cornelius
Jeez,
has got
like-
good faith because it lasts for 8 hours. And it'll be here.
Cool.
Gara will probably ask Norman if he can sharpen the Blade of Thirst. Because he has all them damn blacksmithing skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, Roman spent some time preparing the camp security.
Yeah, I've got my bouncer from a temple now.
Norman, if you want to make a blacksmith tools roll, I'm happy for that.
2 weasels reporting.
That's
to
what
duty.
anybody. Go on.
I am playing with the weasels.
Yeah, so it's nice and sharp now. And Gara, I'm going to say for the next 3 attack rolls that you make with the Sword of Thirst, you get +1 damage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's better than nothing.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on a stick note.
Just 3 swings.
Freshly whetted blade.
Yeah.
Extra
Thank
sharp.
you. Thank you very much. Norman.
But Norman, you are aware that when you're sharpening this, it does not sharpen like you'd expect steel to sharpen. This is very clearly made out of a different material, and you kind of have to cycle through a few different whetstones before you kind of find the right combination and the right technique to do it. And it's also kind of like a serrated style blade as well, so it is a bit fiddly. But with a 19, you got this. You got this shit.
Yeah, that's a really awkward sword, Gara. We need to get you a new one.
But I like this sword.
It's too jaggedy.
But I like this sword.
That's a real word.
It feels
Still
like
needs
the
less
metal's
edge on that.
Jaden,
Like every weasel tonight.
What? shush.
You shush.
Shush.
No, you shush.
Kill him. Kill him.
Also, my temple's going to hedge out fiends and undead.
Cool.
Oh, great, so I can't go in.
You're not a fiend. You're not a fiend.
I know that's a joke. It's a joke.
I'm gonna jump on Gara's back.
Gara will throw him to the ground.
Hey!
Probably like a little too hard.
Roman, at some point during the night, you can decide. Choose a point during the night that you might be alerted by something. This is just a random time.
Alerted by something?
Yeah, so something feels off about you. Choose a point in the night when that happens.
Let's say if Roman takes second watch, perhaps it'll happen sometime around.
Yeah, so you can feel almost like a prickle on your neck as kind of like your hairs stand on end. And normally when you kind of get goosebumps, there's maybe a bit of a chill and a shudder, but this almost kind of has a heat to it. And you can feel that there is something in the jungle somewhere. Can you make a perception check, please?
Probably. We'll see.
Ooh. You know that somewhere to the northeast there is a fiendish presence in the jungle. You do not know the distance in miles, but you know the direction.
Is anyone else here for that?
No,
Elliot looks at you.
Your second watch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, second watch. You can probably people who are taking watches. You can probably hear Neve stirring and not actually sleeping. Maybe she comes out of her tent every now and again and kind of sits on a log and is staring up at the stars.
Man, this is frustrating.
Neve, what's wrong? Why aren't you in bed?
I don't know, like, I thought being in a place like this I'll be able to sleep better. I mean, I'm more used to it, but I don't know, I can't get sleep.
I think we should all stay inside O'Neill's temple. I sense a fiendish presence to the northeast.
Northeast.
I gotta move everything in.
I don't know how far. Feeling.
Hello.
I'm going to wake Gara for his watch and tell him, and then we should head into the temple.
Okay, I guess.
Gara,
Very good. Yeah. I'm awake. What's up?
it's your turn for watch.
Oh, okay.
Hey, little ones,
He leans in close and whispers to Gara. Something seems to be off. Keep an eye on her.
Okay, where's she gone? She back in her tent?
Roll stealth, James. To whisper. Neve has mad passive perception. Neve, you hear this?
Keep an eye on me, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro.
God, I just don't have
Doesn't seem to be
a
a self.
sleep.
No, it's like you'd still get like a +10 to that roll because you're whispering and you're a reasonable distance away, but Neve still has like a stonks high passive perception.
That was a
It's like
dreadful
22
roll.
or something.
Let me have a look.
It's at least 20, isn't it?
Why is she on a spell sheet? Gross. It is 20. It's 20 exactly.
Damn.
In what way? Are we talking like right before the
Well,
roar?
she just seems generally restless.
Okay. Is she in a tent?
It's,
I'll keep an eye on a tent.
She's not been herself since the other night, of course, before we left for the sea.
Yeah, I think the whole transforming and nearly tearing Honey's throat after may have taken a bit of a psychological toll on her.
I whispered to myself, no, never.
Oh, she's cursed. She can't help but hear.
Cursed with glorious purpose.
She has advantage on perception checks that revolve around hearing and smell.
Yeah, she does.
Shit. Ain't hiding anything from her.
But I sense a fiendish presence to the northeast. Something tells me. I don't know how far away though. But we should spend the night in the temple if we can. Once you're done with your watch, wake whoever's next and join me in the temple.
Okay, will do.
No, and I roll her back over and try to sleep.
And Roman will head to his rest.
Yep, but nothing of note really happens else during the night. No ambushes, no attacks from killer plants. It's all good. And you will wake up in the morning fresh and renewed. Ever remember to knock off a day's worth of travel rations from yesterday? Please?
Yeah, I have the group rations.
Oh, if you just got group rations, that does make it slightly easier to manage instead of having to ask everyone to micromanage.
Roman manages. Oh my god, who's
crackling
around?
I think it's Bob.
No, I could hear it too.
Wait,
Gina?
It's like it's loose.
We cannot hear you, hun.
Make sure you things properly in. It might be loose.
Check them
Right
wires.
now.
Yeah.
Cool. As I am a wanderer, I will have a little look around in the morning and get some food and fresh water.
Yeah, as the sun rises, Georgina, you now feel quite tired and you reckon you could go to bed now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll sleepily go around collecting some berries and stuff for myself.
Yeah, make a survival roll.
Okay. I can get it for at least 5 people. No, maybe not.
You get it for 1 person. You get it for you.
Breakfast
Your
buddy.
own berries.
Yep, you only find a small bushel, and no, you don't even find berries. Hun. You find where is it? Wait, it doesn't have the stat blocks for it. But you find a small little rabbit that seems to be injured and wounded. It's got like a little unicorn-style horn in the middle of its head.
That's adorable.
Oh, that's
Real
adorable.
little rat.
I mean, do you want to make a primal savagery roll for me, please?
I think the answer is no, but she's going to anyway.
No, I'm getting breakfast.
Yup, it's dead.
I don't know whether to use but yes.
Oh, little Almirage.
It is dead.
Nom, nom, nom.
So let me find if I can see if I can find a picture of an Almirage.
She's done a Kalos and killed.
Apparently.
Because I thought I had it
Suspiciously.
in my compendium, but I
Because
don't.
she's a crazy werewolf, not because she's a crazy ooze cultist.
Suspiciously, though,
Very
someone in the
different.
party has turned up dead.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
So
Okay,
the
so-
little Almirage looked like this.
Oh,
It had a little broken back leg,
Oh,
and
now it's got a little broken neck.
yeah.
He bit its head off.
Broken bit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
literally just ripped its head clean off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Survival of the fittest, it's fine.
Yeah, it's the natural order.
I'll come back and I'll be like skinning the last parts of it just to.
with her face covered in blood.
I guess,
You can decide how messily you ate that, or if you keep yourself kind of dignified. If you want to have blood on your face, you can. Or
I think she would just like she's not fully thinking it through, but still just sort of going through the motions. So like just like the old days, she'll be like, "I'm skinning this rabbit. Some of it's missing, but I'm skinning it now."
yeah, I feel
Save some for later.
maybe like chewing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people will come back into camp and see that, or maybe wake up in the morning and see that. Gara, you're definitely seeing Neve wander off as she went to go look for breakfast and has now come back she's like, I was going to go look for berries or something, and she's come back skinning an animal and is chewing.
Oh,
Sits down.
you doing okay there, Neve?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, cool. Just not seeing you. Yeah, you've got a bit of like points to his mouth. You got a bit of, and just like circles like all around the face. Just a little something.
Oh, I was just getting some food for, just gathering some stuff.
Yeah.
I found like a rabbit here.
Yeah, I can see you're hungry.
Oh yeah, it's the morning.
Oh. Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Morning.
This seems to be a first that I've seen for you, Neve.
Well, I mean, you got to gather food where you can if you're out in the wilderness.
This is true, but normally we, prepare it a bit first before.
Eve, you got red on you?
It's what I'm doing right now. Continue skinning the bottom half.
It seems you've had a bit beforehand, though.
Roman didn't notice any of it because he is blind.
Because he's a silly human.
I mean, yeah.
Why is there a hippie version of Gara?
What?
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 Oh, it's Neve. She's just all red.
I don't. What? I don't. I'm not covered in.
It's kinda right. Have you ever tried?
One thing, and apparently you're just drenched in old blood gore.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to have like some really good chicken wings covered in like the sauce? You know how that sauce, no matter how careful you are, gets everywhere. That's kind of what you like right now.
Well, look, I've found this animal. We can have some of the meat later. I just like
Pretty poor fat, to be honest.
That's cool. There's some
Hey,
Okay,
why
yeah.
are you dirty? And Honey will just like casts a hand towards Neve and makes a knot. No.
Like, what level of not dirty? Like, are you getting rid of her natural oils and healthy layer of
but,
earth?
like
The natural oils.
any grime, like that's quite obvious.
Okay.
And blood splatters as just like a little pink hand cloth just like goes over and just starts rubbing at Neve's cheek.
Nice.
All right, and I'm like
Holding all night a layer of grime.
like a kid just being like, Mom, no.
Right with it, and it's just like no.
Hold on, honey, I'll help. And then just a decanter of water and start pouring it.
Gara, roll insight as well.
Yay.
Guys, I'm so tired. Stop.
Does this have anything to do with fey fiends or undead?
No.
Ah, cool. Oh.
Neve hasn't slept.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, Neve. Quick one for you. Don't worry. Completely different line of questioning. When's the last time you had 40 winks?
well, I mean, it's just tried a bit last night. I didn't have a good night's sleep.
Did you have any sleep?
This is why you want to stay in the tiny temple.
Well,
She did stay in the tiny temple.
I did. I mean, I wanted to sleep outside. It's just, noisy and stuff.
Oh, rough night then.
Yeah, it's why I'm tired and just... Yeah, I was just...
Maybe you can have little nap on boat.
Could do. You're not gonna... Well, I mean, it's one river. You're not gonna get lost, right?
We will certainly try.
Oh,
You were
Neve,
correct.
look, just chill out at the boat. We'll cover you.
I can really try to navigate us along the river.
I believe in you. I'll have a bit of a nap, and then I'll take over in the afternoon or something.
Okay.
Oi, weasels, come here. Whee.
The gun.
Oh yeah, the
They
weasel.
pop out of existence.
As the sun rises, they disappear.
No.
They turn back into
Dreaming.
little balls of fluff and roll into the bag.
And then I take one out.
A 7? What's a 7?
Another dog.
Yay!
Be free!
More T-Rex food.
Can I cast Land Strider on it?
Oh, what does that do?
It will not be impeded by difficult terrain.
It's not so much the difficult terrain, it's so much there is impassable terrain that it has to navigate around.
You could have it meet us when we camp up for the night. Have it follow our trail.
What
It won't be with us necessarily.
else you have prepared?
I'll cast Land Strider on it, and it will have a better time getting through the thick forest.
Is it also is it like dash the bonus action as well?
I don't think so. It's more about yeah. It's just it's less stuff will stop it from getting from A to B.
But if we are reasonably done with our little camp time jaunts, we will move back to the map. So, who is navigating in Neve's stead?
O'Neill will step forward, take on this responsibility.
Okay.
Roman will assist O'Neill.
Ooh, it's probably a good idea. As survival?
Yes. So it gets to points where it's a lot more kind of swampy and moorish, and there's definitely different breaks and pathways in the river, smaller little estuaries and stuff, and it's very hard to tell. Neve would probably know. She'd be able to tell by the flow of the water, the smell of it, and things like that, maybe looking at some of the fish, but you don't know. And at one point during the morning, you went down one fork and then came to a complete dead end and had to spend a couple hours getting back to where you were. So can you roll for? Can you roll for the afternoon, O'Neill?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Ooh.
Much better.
So you guys
Turns us around.
will move 2 hexes instead of 3 today.
Okay.
Fine.
Gara,
Need to rest.
what are you going to do for today's travel?
Yara's going to have another go at scavenging.
Go for
I
it.
help as well?
Yep, that will be your role, assisting him.
So first one.
Ooh,
21.
You were
roll
rolling the same.
roll a 20.
Roll, Amy.
Huh?
You don't need to roll. You're giving Gara.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
17.
17. Let me just pull up the almanac. Sorry, I had closed it down because I'm a silly dingus.
Okay. I've done that too.
Okay, so a 17, because we're using, it's not forest things, it's very wet land, really, the jungle, so I'm using coastal flora for the jungle, just because there's not a super distinction. So 17 is sandvine. Oh wait, no, it is coastal because you're on the river. Normally I would use swamp flora for the jungle.
Ooh.
So you got a sandvine. Have you got any sand vines yet?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
No, we've got sand berries.
Oh.
So, a relatively rare rope-like seaweed found along temperate or warmer coasts.
We don't know we've got one sandvine unless someone.
That's just been added, I feel.
Limex.
It was. I don't know. I think we already got it. Because it was over my above the last thing I added.
It grows both above and below water and is commonly rooted to a small rock. Can be dried and used as a rope. Using the herbalism kit, its juice is going to be extracted to produce vine oil, a tropical anesthetic granting 5 temporary hit points for 1 hour, has the side effect that within 24 hours, a creature cannot stabilize on its own. So even without successful death saves, the creature or person must be assisted. Regular uses gives a creature a signature odor of salt and slightly rotted flesh.
Nice.
Nice.
What was the thingy-bob for it?
What's the black circle?
Death?
Shadow? Shadow?
What?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about for the... I assume the air plant is air.
Correct.
Yeah.
Got to.
This is why.
I'd
This is
had
why
on.
I
Sorry,
make the.
I have the thing open.
That's why I make the big brain decisions around here.
Right, and
It's
for your
snorted.
afternoon's worth of rolls, is Jaden still assisting?
Yes.
Okay. Roll another d20.
16.
16. You have got another sandvine.
I'll add that. Added.
Lots of rope.
Yes.
Right. Honey's already
Also
done her
roughly
rolls. Roman assisted. Neve is sleeping. Norman, what are you doing during the day?
Is there any point in covering tracks if we're going by foot?
Not particularly. You could try. Maybe there's something to do with your scent or something like that. Maybe you could try and think of some kind of clever way of maybe masking that. Maybe the few times where people kind of get out of the boat to kind of scavenge and get some supplies, that has the potential to leave tracks and stuff. So you could try cover those tracks.
Okay, it was either that or scouting. I'll just try scouting.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh. And for the afternoon.
So receptive.
in the afternoon I'll try covering tracks. Even though it's a terrible idea because I've got +1.
Yes, one off, unfortunately. You do your best, but it is hard in the muddy shallows. But during the morning, when Gara and Jaden are out of the canoes, they're kind of digging around, looking for some plants. Norman, you will notice some relatively large figures up in the water ahead, seemingly noticing the disturbance of the water from Gara and Jaden getting out of the canoes and striding to the side. So give me just a quick second to pull people's characters onto this map.
No.
Definitely going to have some more people watching.
Yeah.
Fall to Norman as the last guy who gets to decide what to do.
As Jaden's wading through the water.
Neve, you are
something.
currently asleep and will have to, and someone's action will be to wake you. Actually, no, your passive perception's fucking huge. So someone has to at least shout loudly to wake you up.
Yeah.
But that will be surprise for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this something,
I will
Gara?
shout
Or is this a
loud.
rock?
It's a
Oh,
rock.
it's a rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Okay, just a very quick second as you guys are kind of right. So if we pull everyone here, you, Gara and Jaden have not noticed the very large crocodiles, the large alligators that are slowly making their way. But Norman is hot on it. He has seen these things.
Alligator!
So we will roll initiative. No one is surprised because Norman is quite clearly very effective. Neve is still asleep. Actually, no, Neve will have the first round being surprised because Norman's just yelled, Alligator!
Should I roll for it?
Yeah, roll for initiative, and then we will have your round where you are surprised.
Look out, boys.
Oh, fuck!
Oh.
As you can see, some of them coming from the banks, some of them already slinking in the water, and they do look reasonably aggressive and hungry.
Very
So-
large.
They are-
Very large.
They are large. It's almost as if they are giant. So let me just roll their
If
initiatives.
they are giant. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I can't even see what I'm rolling. Is it bad?
I mean, no. I mean, it's not. It's good for us because they're all pretty low. Just oh dear.
Alright.
Jack.
I'm slow.
Alright, so let's see if we can get some combat-y music up instead of this very relaxing, peaceful jungle music.
Ah, there it is. So nice. So soothing.
So soothing, so calming. Okay, so let me just put this in. But Jaden, it is the top of the round. It is your turn.
Hey, Jaden,
If you are moving through the water, it is difficult terrain.
I can run on top of it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I'm just going to run here.
To step on top.
Because you're a monk.
Yeah. I'm going to spend a key point and make my fists lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And bonus action, key point again. Take the dodge action, and then I'm going to ready an action to punch this when it comes near me.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, mark yourself up with a readied action. Should be like a little kung fu pose type thing.
That's...
I think that's dodge.
that is dodge.
Is it? I think there is one for a readied action.
I'll look
for
it.
But he is dodging anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't like that bongo music. So next turn is Norman.
Whee! Right.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay, so I'll hop onto the surface of the water and trot here. I'll use a bonus action to extend my whip range and ready an attack for the first asshole to come within range.
Yeah, just mark yourself with something so you know that you have a readied action.
Dice. Why not?
Anything else?
No.
Neve, you are surprised, but you are awoken as the boat kind of jostles to a standstill as Norman pitches out of it and is waist high in the water. A giant
I'm walking on top of it.
Oh, walking on top of it. Yes.
Yeah, ring.
I forget what magic items you have. This giant alligator swims straight towards you, surging through the water as it gets ready, as it kind of pitches underneath, and its mouth opens up wide as it gets ready to reel out of the water, striking straight towards you. But your whip is ready.
Hiya!
It cracks and smashes it in the mouth as it's coming towards you. There is a spray of blood as you can see it seeping into the water, but it lunges out and it goes for a big old chomp. Crunch!
Oh, that just hit.
It hits you and grabs you and begins to try and spiral down with you as it's trying to drag you into the water. And it will then... it can't use its tail attack on you.
Okay.
Shit. It will move its last 5 feet there and curses the boys out of range.
Oh, God.
Roman, it's your turn. You can see that this alligator has grabbed onto Norman and is trying to drag him down into the water.
Well, as a bonus action, Roman points his finger towards the alligator and curses it with a hex.
Actually, it's pronounced alligator.
No, curse you.
My bad. Yeah, and I give it a hex to give it disadvantage on strength checks, I guess.
Cool.
And then he's going to start blasting it and try and get it off Norman.
Yay.
Eldritch Blast!
Strike. The big lumbering foe is hit.
And he sends it reeling back 10 feet for 16 damage.
As its jaws loosen on Norman as it spins back.
And then he fires off his second shot with his other hand.
Another strike.
Strikes it for 15 damage and knocks it further away. And then his final strike as he pulls his hands together and shoots out his third blast.
Another hit.
For 12 damage.
As these 3 rapid succession of blasts send the jets of water skyrocketing into the air as blood mixes into the reasonably nice and clear looking water of the jungle.
And I shove it away again, and that will be. And Roman's not really able to move. I mean, actually, he can. That's a lie. He hops into the water and stands on top of it.
Ooh.
Is this bean on the table?
And then he'll move
Which
it.
bean?
Yeah, Norman.
This one?
That's better.
Yes,
And
he
that'll
is.
That will be my turn.
And now we have the other alligator, which will alligator. I'm sorry. It will surge towards Gara as it dashes.
Thank you.
Oh.
Gara, it is your turn as this thing is just getting ready, its teeth open as it's now in the shallows of the water. As you are wading through, it lumbers up high, its mouth drips with rotting flesh and carcasses of its previous day's prey. It snarls at you.
Oh, hello. Bonus action, right of the flame.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do some fire damage with this one. And then I'm just going to take two swings with the Sword of Thirst at this big boy in front.
Go for it.
Make normal, Sword of Thirst, swing. 15?
15 hits.
Whee!
These are
So,
big, slow, old creatures. They are easy to hit, but they are big and they are chunky.
So 21 in total for the one you gave me for the-
Yep. I forgot about that one. It's important.
I remembered. And then the next swing. 29. Oh, so
Another
close.
hit.
16 points of damage.
I keep forgetting about that extra one.
Oh yeah.
Only one more. Only one more. And I'm done.
That's fine.
Attack.
That's my turn.
Alright. This giant alligator is going to move. It can only get that close. It's on land. It's just that. Yeah, it's gonna move over and it spins around with its tail in an attempt to swipe at your feet, Jaden.
Oh, Sanctuary.
Ooh, it has to make a wisdom save. Yes.
Yes, I have it open. I'm looking at it.
It passes. It goes for you. As it swings, you're not expecting it to be so quick. And even though you try and pitch up and jump, it matches your pace as it tracks you. And its tail slams and clocks you, sends you toppling in the air. And you fall flat on your face for 19 bludgeoning damage. Roll a strength saving throw to see if you are winded and lie on the floor prone. You are not. You are able to spring straight back up.
Oh, you fucking dickhead.
And you get to punch.
Oh, yes,
No, it's,
open.
he's not.
Not close enough.
Yeah, it's too far away.
Oh, damn. Yeah, of course.
Honeal, it is your turn.
Honeal conjures up 4 heart-shaped bubbles that fly out and pop on Norman, Roman, herself, and Neve as she casts a level 2 bless. Go get them! That is her turn. Nice and simple.
Norman, try and hold that one still, and I'll blast it.
Hey. Wait, this one.
Yes.
So, was that your turn, Honeal? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So we now
In the
have
boat. Chill.
an alligator that goes into the water and it's going to dash and it's going to weigh up its options. Let's roll a d2. On a 1, it goes up for the boys on the water. For a 2, it goes for the Gara in the water. It's going to continue its swim towards Norman.
Yes.
And then finally, one remaining alligator.
Did he
Comes
roll
in.
a 0? Wow.
Yes, he rolled a 1. Top of the round, though, it is Jaden's turn.
Yeah, he's gonna move there. He's gonna punch him.
Go for it. Exactly its AC as it tries to dodge and brace down, but you crack in.
Ah!
Punch another hit for 11.
Spend the key point and flurry of blows.
A hit,
Gonna knock it prone.
as it will make its dex save. As you sweep its legs, its big, short, stocky legs can't stand up as you hit it with a needle-like precision, and it falls flat on its belly.
And, like, sparks of lightning are coming out of his hands and legs. Pachoo, pachoo, pow, pow.
And
And
another
Jaden is
hit.
actually making the noises of this as well.
Okay, and another
It's-
11 points of damage.
He's gonna push it away.
Push it away, it needs to make a strength save. It is slightly better at this as it tries to dig its feet into the ground and hold up, but it doesn't, and it is slammed away as it tumbles and rolls across the floor.
Huge.
I'm gonna run. Here, that's my
Nice.
turn.
Norman, don't attack the one that's in front of you. Attack the one behind. I got it.
Okay.
Norman, it's your turn.
Yeah. I shall start with a whip attack on the one in front.
It cracks in, grasping light. The chain whip cuts deep as it rends the scales away, leaving exposed flesh and blood.
I use my bonus action to shield slam the crocodile behind me.
Go for it.
Try and knock it pro.
It will make a save.
Oh.
It is very much stocky, and being in water, it is very much adept to this kind of environment. It does not falter.
I just kind of slap its butt with my shield, and then I continue on the one in front of me.
Another hit for 9.
Wow.
Oh, another hit for 14. As it opens its mouth, ready to roar. It's crying out in pain from your previous slash as its teeth bear down, lunging towards you. But you are quicker. How do you kill
Take a
it?
step back up if you can, Norman.
Okay. You?
You can move back closer to me.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, how many did I move? 5. Oh.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my turn.
Neve.
I sit up. And I get up
Nope.
and I shuffle to the end of the boat. And I will look at the crocodile in front of me. It may be strong, but is it wise? As it needs to make a wisdom saving throw as I cast Dominate Beast.
Ooh.
Crocodiles are reasonably wise. I think that's like a fable or something. The wise crocodile.
Yeah, sure.
Not wise enough.
Okay, cool.
Nice for
So
snack
I don't
mouth.
need to use an action to give it a simple command that it has to try and follow. And I will command it to attack. This one.
It
Attack.
will. It is dominated, wrenching its mind. It is no longer under its own control, its own autonomy. It follows your orders.
Don't attack this one, it's mine! As I raise my hand.
As everyone can see, almost kind of like a faint blue bit of woad painted over the crocodile's face now.
And that will be my turn.
Now, what's the charmed icon? That one. There we go. That giant crocodile is dead. And Roman, it's your turn.
Okay. Roman will trust Neve's judgment. He runs over here and pops up on this log. And then as a bonus action, he will move his hex to this crocodile here.
Yep.
And he's going to start firing supporting shots over Gar and Jaden's shoulder.
Go for it.
Blaster first.
Strong hit for 11 points of damage.
He's not going to move it away because he doesn't want to force them to expose themselves.
Yep. And another hit for another 13.
Ooh. And third and final shot hits again for 9.
Thank you very much. 9 points of damage. Right, next up is the crocodile. As it is frantic in its attempts, it is badly wounded, but it is an apex predator. It does not know the flight response, it only knows fight, as it goes for... let's just do it random again. Goes for Gara, as it initially goes in for the tail sweep, as it tries to bash you down into the ground as the tail comes overhead and tries to hit you with a vertical swing. Crunch! There is a big spray of water as you dodge to the side, Gara, and easily avoid its blow. It then lashes back round through the spray of water with its teeth, trying to catch you off guard, and grabs you, and its teeth grab into you, and it's trying to now drag you down and pull your face under the water and get you in a death spiral.
Hear it.
Mark yourself up with
I
grapple.
I will Hellish Rebuke as well.
Ooh, go for it.
Where are you on my list? There you are. Ooh.
Ooh,
Ignore the top bit though.
As
Not a
its
bad
teeth
roll, though.
sink into you and it tries to drag you down into the floor, you burn with hellish fire. How does it die?
Right, so as it's grabbed me, and it's almost like swallowed like the top half of Gara. It's like so like Jaden sees it start to like go back down into the water, and just Gara's feet out the top of its head, and then Gara just the fire just explodes out from Gara, just exploding the head, sending chunks of blood and gore everywhere.
Splatter everywhere.
Good hell.
That was fun. It's my turn.
Next up, this other crocodile is going...
It's my turn.
Oh shit, yeah, that... I thought that was your turn. Your reaction's your turn, right?
I mean, yeah, totally, right?
You just killed something, ergo, you had a turn.
No. Let me do my turn. Bonus action rage.
Yep.
Okay, so get out of the water.
Oh, did you kill something with a hellish rebuke?
I killed something with a hellish rebuke.
Yeah,
It's like the only time that's ever happened. Exploded its head, and then 2 swings with the Sword of Thirst against this big ol' alligator.
Alligator.
That's 1.
Yeah, a clean swing as it's prone still. So you should be rolling. Should be rolling with advantage, but max damage is fine.
That's still max damage. I'll just roll one more time just in case. You never know.
Yeah. Okay. Make your next attack roll with advantage, though.
I shall, sir.
As it's still on the floor, the first chop comes in. It's bleeding. It's badly wounded. It tries to buckle and brace its legs to stand up. Roll your damage. But how does it die as it tries to get back to its feet?
So as it tries to get back to its feet, and it like lunges its head sideways, and Gara will just like place the sword in between its jaws, and then grab its jaws and push them closed onto the sword.
Loving it, Hamill. Enjoying the effort with the narrative. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I appreciate when you do it as well.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Is that your turn, Gara?
That is Gara's turn.
Honiel, your turn.
Honiel steps further forward into the boat, will conjure up a firebolt and lash it at this one over here.
It'll have +2 to its AC. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a hit, though.
For 13 damage, as she then plonks herself comfortably down and just waits. I'm done now.
Next up, the charmed alligator moves towards the other one. It spins in the water as its tail lashes round towards it and clonks it for 19 points of damage. Ooh. And it needs to make a strength save. As it strains and winces, but hangs on to its footing in the water. But the crocodile then goes and tries to chomp down on its companion.
No.
as it grabs it in its teeth. You can see them twisting and coiling in a wrestling motion as the Charmed One is very much on top and in control of the situation as it's grabbing at its main body.
The Charmed One has to make another save because it took some damage.
The Charmed One hasn't taken damage.
Oh no, hasn't it?
Not
Okay,
yet.
cool.
No.
Cool.
That was the Charmed One doing damage.
Nice.
I'm just restraining that boy.
Yeah, the one against the Charmed One is now going to try and break free and wrestle around and try and tail slap at the one attacking it. A critical hit as its tail bends around and curves in a manner that you weren't expecting as it kind of wiggles its back half of the body and slaps the other one clean in the head for 26 points of damage. And it has to make a strength save. And it is knocked prone, but still has it in its teeth. And it now needs to make a wisdom save again to break out. It's no longer charmed.
God damn it!
But
As it's holding onto it in its mouth, like, huh?
yeah,
What?
but it's still it's still they're like intelligence too. It has no idea what's going on. They just know that they're fighting, and it's going to now try and bite that one. 18. They have got each other grappled, as they are
slowly walk
both
away.
biting onto each other. As there is just a horrid mess and kind of flurry of just like this white water kind of spraying everywhere, mixtures of blood, and the noises of these crocodiles roaring and hissing, that deep guttural hiss coming from them, and just thrashing around. Jaden, it's your turn.
So
Get in the middle of that, Jaden.
okay.
Yeah, we'll say that they're just kind of like rotating around each other and like wrestling.
Give me some space and I'll blast them.
Jaden will run the.
Or you could get boats and leave them to it. When one of them are
They're in the way.
I'll take a dodge action.
Yeah, feel free. Mark yourself up with
Yeah.
dodge. Norman, it's your turn.
I'll move in next to my whip range and ready an attack action for whenever that one looks like it's near death.
Okay.
I'll use
The ultimate kill steal.
And Neve.
I'm gonna go back into the boat, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna start rowing.
Which way are you rowing?
I'm in this boat.
Yeah. which way are you gonna row?
I mean, if I can get the boat past them,
What's the speed of canoe?
I don't know.
Let me double check. There are
in
stats
my
for a canoe.
opinion, one of them is like they're gonna have a fight, and one of them's going to like win. That seems fair dues to me.
So it's got the same stats as a rowboat. Let me have a look. It can move. That's not helpful at all. That's like how many things it can travel in a day. We'll say it's starting up. It'll have like a move speed of 15 feet, then 30, then 60,
Okay.
and then caps out at 60. We'll say. So
I obviously don't want to just like run Norman over
Nope.
because that's done. But yeah.
as you move forward in your little boat,
That'll be my go.
Roman, your turn.
Roman has the staff of frost in hand. He runs over here, holds it out in front of him, and blasts these two alligators with a cone of coal.
So a 10 and an 18. So the first one fails, the second one passes.
Okay.
So roll that damage.
So that one,
That's fucking huge, though. As one of them takes 22, but the other one, who is pinning the one down and got it underneath the water and grappling it down, is winning the fight, but the cone of cold comes from behind. And how does it kill it?
And as the ice washes across the top of the water, the alligator that's on top is exposed more heavily as it's covering the other one essentially, and is torn to pieces by the ice, the shards of ice.
As it rips through its skin, you can see bits of scale, teeth, and flesh flying off with the icy cone as it jets out and rips it to shreds.
And then he runs over here and hops behind Jaden. And as a bonus action, he will move his hex to this alligator here.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay, next up is Gara. There is one crocodile left.
Ooh, Gara's
Alligator.
Alligator!
move there. Ready my action for if that alligator comes at me. So I will take a swing if it comes within my attack range.
Cool. Haniel.
Haniel stays comfortable and waits for this to be over. Hurry up!
Okay. The giant alligator gets itself up from being prone and moves towards Norman. And its tail will lash towards him. Swing absolutely misses as Norman effortlessly jumps up and dodges from underneath as it swishes the water underneath Norman. And then it goes in for a chomp. The chomp just misses, but that would have been huge damage. Holy shit.
Massive.
That was nearly max damage from its bite. But Norman is able to hold up his shield as the teeth collapse around it, and he bashes it and sends its head reeling backwards. That's the alligator's turn. Jaden, you're up.
Jaden is going to shoom right there and start wailing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that was not meant to be an advantage.
First roll we'll take, and that is a hit. 14. Okay, so as it's there trying to bear down on Norman, you come in from the side with your short sword. Its teeth encompass around Norman's shield as he bashes it away. Its head spins backwards, leaving its neck open and vulnerable. How do you kill it, Jaden?
Jaden will slide right under it and slicing its throat, and then just keep going round and doop.
You cut a big Chelsea grin across its neck. Is it a Chelsea grin across the neck?
It's the mouth, I think, the Chelsea grin.
There is a thing for the smile where it's across the neck where you open it up. But you get what I mean. You cut a very, very large gash straight across the neck that seems to go on for much longer than you anticipate. The magic etchings of the +2 short sword make it effortless as it carves through it like a hot knife through butter, as blood pours out almost like a small condensed waterfall as it lets out a gargled hiss and collapses splayed out in the water, its legs flat out like a star.
Yeah, what Gara did before was a Chelsea smile,
Yes.
where he opened his mouth right up with his sword.
But
All right there, Norman.
the crocodiles are dead.
Oh, do you think we can get something off them?
Definitely.
A great suits
well,
are cross skin.
I mean, I'm just
Good job,
wondering
everybody.
what's going on.
Are you harvesting them? Maybe you should take them to the shore.
Yes, that would be easier.
One of them is ripped apart by magic, so we'll say that is unable to be salvaged.
The one that was shredded by the
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do you want to go back to some?
Crocodile can be tasty, to be honest.
Yeah.
Haniel, I hear you can make great clothes out of this.
A purse? Maybe
pe-
some
pe-
shoes?
I don't
Yeah,
know. I've heard people who make clothes just going, let's put a dead animal on you. Buttercream, croc skin, buttercream. So apparently croc skin works.
Oh. Well, bring me some croc skin. I will maybe put some into.
Oh, how about some teeth jewelry? Like the alligator teeth?
Well,
How
we'll
edgy.
see what's worth taking from these things, I suppose. Norman and Gara, I trust that you've got this.
I'm gonna have a try.
I was going to say Neve has good survival. She might be good too.
Oh, I can help.
Yes, perhaps you can
I
assist.
mean,
If you can make sure
I'm
they
not
don't
as
do
good
it
at
wrong.
if you're trying to get like alchemy things, but you want meat from it, I can help.
I'll take anything that we can get from him.
Norman, do you need some help? Roman, even?
It's DC 15 nature checks to harvest these beasts.
Oh, nature.
Nature. Mmm.
Okay.
I can walk on the water.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this one
Mine's
here. Mine's 4.
Oh.
I'll give
I'll
it a go.
assist Neve then.
Rob,
Yes.
how stable are these big mushrooms?
They look pretty girthy and stable. Like they're thick, and you can like knock on kind of like are they called stems? It's more like a trunk, really, but the main kind of stem area of it. It's got like that thudding hollow noise, like you're tapping on like a very hard bit of kind of like fiber.
Yeah. Roman, I'm just having a little explore up here.
Okay.
Dad, is it
Oh, sorry,
alright
it
if
wasn't
we
supposed
go
to be
play
history.
over here?
Sorry, wasn't supposed to be history. Nature.
Roman,
Nature's the same though.
Yeah, nature's the same. DC 15. That is exactly what you need. So can you roll me 4d10, please?
I shall, sir. Ooh.
You get 20 crocodile teeth from that one, and you can use 20 teeth to act as a bag of caltrops.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm keeping this.
Yeah, we got a bag of caltrops.
19 teeth is just not enough.
No.
Yes, you need
Absolutely not. There is no way I can make that exception. This is not a reality simulator, it is a game.
What about if we get one particularly large tooth and snap it in half?
Norman said that he's going
And, Gara, you also get one crocodile hide, which can act as a blanket. It can be carefully crafted into a cloak that grants resistance to cold damage. In extreme heat, a creature wearing this cloak rolls Constitution saving throws to avoid exhaustion with disadvantage.
Yeah, so if it's don't wear it while it's real hot.
Yeah.
How much does that weigh? I imagine a lot.
We have
Say it weighs the same as, like, leather armor, I guess? It's like a big hide of leather.
Yeah, 'cause crocodiles essentially have armor.
because you're
Yeah.
making it into a cloak, so it'll be wearable. But yeah, I imagine it's quite bulky.
Yeah, so if you find the weight of leather armor, just say it's the same weight as that. That seems like the fairest way to do it.
I'm on it. Leather armor weighs.
Sorry, we can store all of these things in our bags.
But I like the caltrops.
Yeah, so I'll
No, you can put the caltrops.
I'll delete them as you have looted them, and I'll delete the one that got shredded by magic.
Oh, are we still doing things?
Yeah, still continue to have a look at the rest of them.
Three more.
Yeah, Norman said that he was going to assist me with one of them.
Yeah, if you want to have a look at that one.
Yeah,
I'll-
I'm
Norman.
not proficient in the...
I'll jump into the water and drag this one over a little more for them.
Yeah, you'll heave, you'll roll up your sleeves, leaving your big red bulging muscles as you look cool and sexy as you pull it out, all kind of like a wet washed sprayed look to your hair.
I'm pretty
Very
sure.
Jason Momoa.
Ooh, oh yes, I like it. I'm pretty sure as well the outfit Honiel made, the jungle outfit Honiel made for Gara shows off much more chest than normal.
Yeah.
Along with the arms.
It's a wonder that the armor provides any protection at all because she somehow managed to make it still like bare most of your chest.
He's got a tick to not visible, so
Yeah.
Neve, can you roll a d20, please? 4d10, sorry. 4d10. Oh, no, it's 4d20. 4d10.
No!
4d10.
yeah, sorry.
I was like, wait a minute. You've got 27 crocodile teeth from this one.
That's
And
a bag of caltrops and 7 extra.
yeah, and another big skin of alligator.
Are we putting that in the ingredient stuff list?
You can do.
Is it probably worth putting in there?
Will do. I'm on it.
But make sure you know whoever is carrying the hides is carrying the weight of this big bulky hide.
I've carried one
We
myself.
have
have bags.
holding.
You can put with the rest of the clothes that I have. It's
Okay.
basically a wardrobe in here.
They would just put like a little clothes of bag of holding.
Let's see.
Do you make this mushrooms edible?
No, you drug
You think
addict.
trees are edible, Jaden?
Just be aware that
Would it be funny?
we should probably track how much weight you have in the bag of holding as well, because it does have a carry capacity of 500 pounds.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we've got
It's
two.
literally just got clothes and stuff in it.
Yeah.
2 crocodile hides so far. Yep.
Even food and camping gear. Like, I don't really have much in the bag of holding.
I mean, it might be an idea to just make a character sheet with the inventory on it, and it just says bag of holding, and you can then see like the weight of it.
I
Oh,
can.
that's not a bad idea, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we need two, I guess. Just basically one
Yeah.
for me and Becky.
Yeah.
And, like, all the party loot.
Hey, Gary, you gonna do the next one?
Oh, go on then. Oh, go on. Anyone helping me, or just am I doing this solo? I don't mind
If
either
I
way.
have time to help and all.
It would be a lot. It'll go a lot quicker if you just you help each other.
Yeah, assist me if that's okay.
Gary.
Sweet, thank you. Is that okay, Rob?
Just a sec. Yeah, that is fine if you're going to get assisted. I'm fine with that.
Grazie. Oh no.
Right, there's 2 bags of holding character sheets there.
I'm
Unfor-
too concerned over these like recent
Yeah.
recent activities.
Okay, so this was the next one. That one, unfortunately, you get no use out of.
Yeah, that's alright. That was the one I blew its head off.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay. Okay, I'll give one more go on the last one. Thanking you.
Hey,
yeah.
roll 4d10.
Roll my attack damage, you say?
15.
15 crocodiles.
And another big ol' crocodile skin.
3. We got 3 in total so far. Is that it? Is that them all? Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like,
Same.
3 bags of caltrops and 2 spare teeth.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah. I've kept one of them for me, just in case. So I'll
Oh,
put...
all three of you should get one.
There you go.
You did all the work.
Oh, thank you. Hey, don't sell yourself short. You did a shit ton.
No, I mean the heart.
Roman, do you think there's giants in these forests? I feel dead tiny being on top of this giant mushroom.
But
My turn.
it's
Because you're shrinking, Jaden. You're shrinking. Yeah.
it is just going about 9:15. We've just had a combat. It's a good place for a little break. So shall we say 10-minute break? Come back at 25 past.
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
make a brew.
Yeah, a cup of teas and stuff. All right. So we will see you guys back shortly.
See you in a second.
like
I've got useful potions
negligible.
on my actual person.
We are
Yeah.
live.
Welcome back.
Hello.
All right. So, Neve, I'm assuming you're still having a little snooze.
Well,
Actually, no. You probably got 8 hours in during the morning.
you sure?
It depends on how well. Actually, with your high passive perception, it's probably 8 hours, not very restful sleep. So you would probably need to use the next lot of the day to kind of make sure that you get some decent sleep. Because you are still traveling on a boat. It's not always the most gentle. So
sleeping, like-
Honey will knock off like all of her level 1 spell slots to thematically help guide her to sleep, as she's just like casting sleep at her occasionally when she looks like she's stirring.
get back to sleep, Neve.
But
Like, no, you sleep. Have a little nap.
Right. So,
I'm gonna do this. Then have a
it is. We've all done our rolls and stuff. You've moved 2 squares. It goes to the evening. We'll skip over the campsite for tonight, as we'll try and just expedite things a little bit quicker to get moving on. So, but during the evening, Neve, can you make another con roll to see if you can get your circadian rhythm to actually sync up with normal people?
No.
One off. So the DC was 15, so unfortunately you can't quite do it. Maybe you slept a little bit too much during the day. So you will be awake all night again.
Yeah.
I guess you may as well take watch.
Alright. But the morning will come
she'll
round.
try and get to sleep, but just failed.
Yeah.
If only we had someone who could get the silence spell.
Like you.
Well, I would need to find it in the form of a scroll.
Like you.
Yes.
Alright, so who is going to be doing the navigating today?
I'll give it a go.
No,
You go to sleep.
I can't.
You go to
Perhaps
sleep
she
now.
needs to do the thing where you reset yourself by staying up a long time and then try to get early night.
That is not healthy. I've tried it many a time. It does not work.
James, are you knocking off a day's worth of party rations?
I shall.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll try and do that. I'll try and, like, so I can... Yeah,
So are you staying awake or going to sleep, Neve?
I'm gonna try and stay awake.
Cool. Right. Can you make your navigation rolls for me then?
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't play video games. Just send you right to sleep.
Ooh, easy clap. Can you roll for me a d4 as well?
Okay. Who did
Okay. On a roll of a 4, you would be able to move a lot quicker because you got over 10 of the DC, so there was a chance to move a lot quicker. But can you roll for the afternoon now? Oh, I roll another d4.
Survival!
Ooh. As you guys make it nearly towards the end of the river, as Neve has pushed on through and she's gone to that weird state where you get your second wind, and she's been alert, very alert. You can even see her ears twitching and pricking up at time to time. And
Is she more hyperactive than Jaden?
no, she's not hyperactive. She's alert. She is very aware and keen, and she's almost kind of, when she is navigating the way, she is almost kind of bearing down on the edge of the canoe and almost on all fours as she's leaning forward.
That way. Norman, row quicker.
No.
Gara, what are you going to do for the morning and afternoon?
I will have a go at scavenging.
I will help.
Jaden, help me scout for the day.
Oh, okay.
I will gotta.
Thank you. Cool. Okay. Nature, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yes.
Grats. Was it nature or survival?
For it's either for scavenging.
Either. Survival it is. Ooh, a 23.
Ooh.
23. Roll that alchemy almanac d20 roll.
20. 19.
19. That is some ecru. Have you had ecru before?
I'm
Yes.
sure it's on the list.
Yeah.
It is on the list. Earth. 2 ecru. Sweet. And then my afternoon roll. Thank you, O'Neill.
Yeah.
Ooh, roll another d20.
Boom.
10, I think that is. Let me double check. A 10 is a dragon wart.
Oh.
We've not had that before.
Ooh.
Had that.
So, this plant has a gnarled, erect, and cylindrical stem. It has. Why would they choose those words? It has wavy leaves, dark green on top, bluish green underneath. It has pink flowers that cluster in a spike at the top of the stem. The root of this herb should be boiled over a low heat for 3 days, and the infusion drunk by people with the plague in order to cure some symptoms, or the plague as a whole, 60% chance to cure completely. The value of this herb increases greatly in times of plague. It is a life reagent.
Life.
Like,
It's weird how they gave it like some sort of bad dragon description.
Yeah, wasn't too
Why
hot
did
on
you have
that
to use
description.
those words?
Yeah, why did I have to use both erect and cylindrical and stem?
Both you and James.
No.
Jaden, what are you doing today?
Assisting Roman with scouting.
With scouting. Okay, so Honiel has assisted Gara. Roman, can you make 2 active perception checks?
By assisting, I meant that Jaden was going to be doing the carrying and Roman will actually be doing the assisting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a weird way around to do
You can
it.
open your fucking eyes. That's
Okay, so morning and then afternoon. Okay, so you're not really seeing anything in particular of note during either part of the day. Neve has done her navigation, and Norman, what would you like to do? I think you've got pretty much free reign to do whatever you kind of want.
I'll do some scavenging.
Do some scavenging. Can you roll survival or nature, please? And roll a d20. 8. You found another lot of dragon wart. You are drawn to the the erect cylindrical plants.
Yay!
And for the afternoon,
I'll try and cover a track.
cover tracks. Go for it.
Yay!
Easy. You are able to cover up any tracks that you have left during the afternoon's worth of travel, pretty significantly. Jaden, can you make a wisdom save for me, please? Okay, cool.
I love being a DM and doing that.
Like, I'm genuinely not doing that just to fuck with people as well. I need the roll for something, but I can't disseminate what it is.
Thanks.
But the day will come to a close, and we will go back to the little camp map. Get out of here, Wolf.
I will set up the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
the same temple.
Yeah.
Why not?
But Neve, you can roll a Constitution save with advantage this time because you have stayed awake.
Okay. I'm rolling all over the place. Clearly, I am tired.
No, you will not be able to get to sleep. And can you make another Constitution save because this will be over 24 hours that you have stayed awake without a long rest. You do not gain a level of exhaustion. Well done.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, man. Ah.
You just feel that nighttime, your body is not wanting to go to sleep, it is wanting to do other things. What those other things are, I'm sure you can make an educated guess yourself, and it's kind of within your narrative control.
Okay. Well, I mean, I might as well just do some stuff tonight.
Neve, have you summoned any animals?
No, I've been trying to do the boat things. But why?
I'm just, curious. Like, want to play with one?
so when would we like to try and cast this spell to learn more about that place? Find a way.
Yeah, you could do. I mean, I could take some extra watches tonight because I'm not getting any sleep, really.
We need to fix this. You cannot just be staying awake all of the time.
I'll do some of my exercises, like what I do, and maybe that'll, like, make you all tired and stuff and exhausted.
I mean, I am, though, Jaden.
Maybe you
I'm
could
very
summon
exhausted.
sheep. Summon sheep and then keep counting them.
I mean, it's genius.
I mean, you have not tried it yet.
Maybe not. We'll put that on the it's getting desperate list. I feel like maybe, doing a bit of hunting or something like that might just tire me out.
Hey, Neve, pass me the herb bag.
Sorry, Zdova.
Thank you.
Oh, her bag, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Back the
The Jaden's just bothering you.
I mean, why don't you and the boys go for a little hunt and try and get us some food for the morning?
That sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
What do you
Norman.
think, Norman, Gara, Jaden?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and work on something. You guys go.
I'm not sure if there are any specific plants that have that property, Gara.
Exactly. That's why I want to just.
So feel free to double check through the almanac. If you...
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some studying. I've got my books out. Give me a minute.
Yes.
You guys go
What's the
hunting now.
character you can always-
Yes, if the three of you would like to go hunting, O'Neill and I will set up camp.
Okay, go on. Woo.
Just be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Take the boys for a hunt.
I don't think we're going to be doing it sneaky like that. I would turn around to Norman and be like, he can be bait. And Jaden's just like,
Yeah, I'm just jumping on these rocks. Woo. Oh, the floor's lava. Whoop. Whoop.
Rowan will prepare camp, prepare some supper, and set up the evening alarm spells.
Eve. Be careful, the floor's lava. Get here, quick.
Funny,
on,
we'll
hurry
set
up.
up people's beds and things and make
Get her
sure
out of here.
there's nice, comfy places for people.
Come on. Yeah.
Norman, please come with me.
Okay, so you guys can feel free to make a, let's say, survival check.
I'm doing on disadvantage because I'm playing the floor's lava.
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to teach the boys.
But you will find, we'll say, like, smaller, just kind of herd-like animals. Some larger lizards, probably maybe like the size of maybe like a dog or something like that. That kind of size. reptile, and you're able to hunt it down. Jaden and Norman aren't helping too much. Neve's doing a lot of the heavy lifting for it, and she ends up kind of using Jaden's loud noises and distractions to kind of get them and herd it into the right position. And Norman is able to then kind of flag one of them down, call out where it's running, make some noise, and then before it is even aware of what's going on, Neve has her teeth on its throat.
I look up give like a thumbs up as I'm just like,
Neve, you gonna share that? Whoop.
looks up for a second, like, okay.
For just a split second, there's an animal, no mine, in her eyes.
Yeah.
Take, only throw.
Yeah, no take, only throw.
Yeah. Now drop it, Neve. How can I throw it? Go, drop it. Drop.
And then she runs off with it. No, it's mine.
Lesson 2, you gotta catch me.
That'll be easy. Woo!
Oh, shit.
Right, so is anyone doing anything during the evening?
Honey will be setting up her little guardian.
Yeah.
Gonna have a wrestle with Norman.
Leo.
Haha.
Yes.
Are you able to perform a legend lore and try and learn more about this place that we're looking for?
Russell.
Yes. I can attempt to find out more information. What is the name of place again? Ipanui?
Ipanui.
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 Aha!
Yes, got it.
I'm gonna try and make a sleeping draught for Neve.
Oh. With...
Ekru.
Ekru, hey.
Yep, that's probably the one.
Yep, because it when consumed to induce a state of blissful relaxation. I'm gonna
For
try
10 hours.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But in that blissful relaxation will maybe be enough for her to actually go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm happy for that. So, Neve, can you roll another con save with advantage? She's thinking about it. She's doing it.
Yeah.
Hey! And Neve, you will be able to go to sleep. But everyone knows that if you make much noise, Neve's prickly ears will wake up, and that sleep could potentially be ruined.
Yeah. Guy looks around to everyone, just puts his finger to his lips.
Jaden nods and will try and sneak back into the temple.
Yeah, I'm sure we got it.
Well done, everyone. You helped Neve sleep. Right. So... there won't be anything really happening at night, but if you are wanting to do legend laws, feel free.
Yes, Honey will perform a ritual. She'll do it in the temple, because sure.
Yeah.
It'll take 10 minutes as she lights incense and places the 4 ivory strips in certain places within a little circle that she's created. And she will perform the ritual of a legend lord for Ipanui. Ipanui. And see if she can glean any more information. Whether that be whereabouts or anything else.
Right. Okay, so deep within the jungles of Thaera, the dwarves find their home sweet and nestled amongst the rock and stone of the Janthi Mountains. But they are not the only residents of this sleeping jungle. Deep near the what was it? The impenetrable shade, there is a land called Ipanui, a village of voodoo and dark magics. They do not worship the lower here. They do not respect the natural order of nature. They care for the more darker and sinister forces outside of this world. Ruled and guided by the watchful eyes of the Sisters of Night, they pay homage to the Dead Mother, a creature from another realm, one that a lot of these voodoo cultists make pacts with.
Who's this?
Antonio's just got everyone in a circle, like sat down cross-legged, holding hands as she's relaying the information as it's like the words are just flowing out of her.
It's about the ritual. Move back, you animal.
Oh shit.
Perfect. Oh,
They say the dead mother.
The Dead Mother. So you know that it is voodoo cultists. They live in a village or town, you're not too sure which. That is what Ipanui is. It's near the impenetrable shade, and they are guided by the Sisters of Night, who pay homage and respect to the Dead Mother.
And they don't follow the traditional ways of the people of the jungle.
No.
They practice dark magics.
Sisters
They
of
make
Night.
pacts. Manner of dark magics.
Could they be? Could Sisters of Night maybe something like hags?
Possibly. Or the name of some sort of cult.
Perhaps.
Perhaps we can find more information about this in Zuda.
Yes, I would very much like to find this place. It sounds interesting, but also a little scary.
Indeed. Dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous.
Don't want to get on the bad side of them.
No,
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Perhaps
that
they will
is
be
probably
natural
for
enemies.
the best.
We will have to see. If they stand in our way, then we'll take them down.
Whew.
Because I can hear Chris sniggering.
That's all you talk about. It's totally Chris, not Gara.
Gary.
Has taken a lot out of me. I would like to go to sleep now. As Honeywell
Well.
just kind of crawls into the little nest that she's made in the corner of like blankets and bits and bedroll.
I shall take one.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, night.
And we will then move on to the next day. Neve, you will wake up feeling refreshed, like you have had a long rest.
Way.
We're gonna have to find more of that sleeping draft.
Oh yeah.
Have more drugs, Neve. Take your medicine.
It's fine when
We need
Neve
more
does.
drugs.
I hate to keep the werewolf medicated.
It's fine. It's fine when Neve does. When Jaden does it, though, he's an addict.
Yeah, because Neve's is medicinal.
Yeah,
Jaden's
Neve
is
doesn't
for-
want to take- Neve doesn't
Jaden's
want to take
recreational.
these.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take these. Jaden's like, ooh, that's colourful. I'll snort it.
Yeah. I don't know, he'll ask after, like, what was that I took?
Such a chav.
Little shit. God, I'm so disappointed.
Must not kill.
I learnt it from you.
You did not.
I did. I learnt it from
Lie to me,
someone.
I'm not your father.
Ah, who is?
You're no son of mine.
It's too
And then Jaden wakes up with a
early for
horrible
your
nightmare.
weird melodrama.
I mean,
It's alright, it's all
every
Katie's
other
little
night
night.
this stream is.
How you doing, Neve? That work? That help?
Yeah, no, that's a Flash did do trick.
Excellent.
Good.
We need more. We need more air crew.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of.
We did learn about a few things we need to research as well.
Spiritual journeys, yes. Other things, not so happy about. But
Appears we've come to the end of the river there.
Yes, at the end of yesterday, you will have just come to where the river is now getting too shallow and not wide enough for the canoes to actually go through. It's more of a gentle stream, babbling brook going across rocks and different shoals as it starts to stem from the more steadily inclining terrain that you are getting towards. You are definitely ascending upwards.
Easy time is over. Looks like we're on foot from here.
Ooh.
Oh, but I hate walking.
Oh, have you not got your palanquin?
Yeah, they didn't buy the
No.
Brontosaurus.
Don't.
I am genuinely
Don't
amazed.
remind me.
I'm genuinely
Oh.
amazed that you guys didn't buy the Brontosaurus.
I will forever be sad.
Are you able to summon
did it for you, Rob.
Elky Neve?
Yeah, since we're on land, you could see what you get.
Blah.
763.
Another fucking direwolf.
Wolf.
I
love
wonder
that.
why I keep getting that.
Yeah. Well,
I
could
wish I
say.
could doctor that roll to make it so it was, but it's just very apt.
The dice know.
what's a
Nice
6 and a
given.
3?
6 is a badger. 3 is something. It's no 3 is a badger. 6 is a giant badger.
Ooh, badgy boys.
Badger, dire wolf.
Badger, 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 badger,
Mushroom,
dire wolf,
mushroom.
dire wolf.
Right. Okay. So, who is navigating?
Neve, maybe.
Neve.
You rested enough, Neve.
My
Now you
crew
feel smart.
of badgers and wolf boy. Meant to be.
Ooh, so morning, you make easy progress.
Oh.
As you start to kind of go through a bit more steeper canyons and kind of cliffs, and you can see that the stone, and you can even see the mountains on the horizon, kind of like peeking through the different kind of canopies and stuff. It's all made out of a very clear kind of grey granite and whitish marble stone, and you can even see some of the rocks kind of break away in some positions and seem to be just floating independently next to the mountainside. As you can see that there are different kind of trees and vines draping and hanging off them. As you can even see they kind of twirl and move slightly as they kind of float there.
Nerving.
Whoa.
Strange.
And you're for
Phoenix
the
here.
second day, you will. Can you roll 2d4 for me, please? Okay.
Ah.
Fuck it. We'll say you guys reach Zudak by the end of the day, not halfway through the day. So it'll start to be evening, so the sun will just be setting as you guys reach Zudak. And why is it playing this ominous music? I didn't want ominous music. I wanted nice music. I'm sorry, guys.
Making it feel like Zudak might be a horrible place. I'm scared of it now.
Who knows? There we go.
Immediately disarmed though.
Okay, and we'll go right to left this time. So, Norman, what would you like to do during the day?
What?
Norman, what would you like to do?
No, what was Chris saying?
He
Said,
said,
"How dare you."
he said, "How dare you?" Because I made him go last now.
I'll go scavenging.
Scavenging. So make 2 scavenging rolls. Ooh,
I will assist Norman.
ooh.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
two 23s.
Oh.
Oh wait, no. Yeah. So 19. That's another Ekru.
Yes.
Yay!
And roll another d20. For 14, and that is, I think that is Actually, it's not Ekru, because you're now travelling through the actual jungle basin. So it is a Knitbone and a Rattlestalk.
I think they're both new.
Yeah.
Knitbone. The bark of this tree is a smooth, rich brown, while the soft leaves are oval-shaped and sprout in small clusters. During the summer months, small violet flowers grow from the tree. During the autumn months, the tree produces a dark brown fruit with a tough exterior. The fruit has an extremely hard rind, requiring a blow from a hammer to open. Striking either end of the fruit causes the exterior to divide cleanly into 6 equal parts. That's king's fruit. I'm reading the wrong thing. Knitbone. A tall, stalky plant with purple flowers and long, hard, slightly sharp leaves. The leaves and flowers can be ground into a poultice that, when applied to an injured creature, will recover 1 hit dice and heal 1d10 hit points. Huge.
Cool.
What reagent is that?
That is Earth. And then we have... And then rattlestalks. These tall stalks that grow out of stagnant water end in a thick bulb with a hard shell. In the warmer months, the stalk withers and the bulb falls off to float around until the bulb softens and falls away to disperse the seeds within. The seeds sit freely in the shell, and when shaken might make a slight rattling noise, which is unnerving when the wind rushes through a cluster of rattlestalks. Tribes that live in the swamps will often use the unnerving aspect of the rattlestalks to create fear, including noisemakers that are then added to spears and other weapons. When rattled, those that have no knowledge of the rattlestalks must make a DC 8 wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1d4 minutes.
Oh my god, that's why it was so ominous going towards
Yeah, there was just this rattling.
Rattlestalk.
This horrid rattling.
What reagent was that?
That is a... Ooh, I've just gone off the page. It is a wind reagent.
Cool. Save. Got it. Updated.
Cool.
Nice. Next.
Yes, who is next? So we then have Roman.
Roman shall... Let's see. Roman will assist a scout or a scavenger, depending on what people decide to do.
Do scout it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Roman will hang with Jaden.
So,
and,
yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Horiel.
Honey was going to help Norman, really.
But he didn't roll with advantage.
I guess she can help, like, Gara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help Gara with some stuff.
Jaden, roll your active perceptions with advantage. Tragic. Tragic.
Very tragic.
That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Gara, can you make your 2 survival checks with advantage?
I shall, sir. First one. Yeah.
Easy. Roll a d20. 4. So you have found Goblin Trap. So Goblin Trap, have you got any of that yet?
Let's have a look. I don't think so.
I'm getting confused with different games.
Nope, Goblin Trap, we do not.
It is
because of Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, so it is a shadow reagent, and often found in clusters. These plants resemble brown, leathery vases sitting on the ground with ragged leaves splayed out around the base, where thick roots grasp the earth. The tops are open, and if one should peer inside, the glint of their golden seeds can be seen in the interior. However, these plants are traps, and many explorers have come across the remains of smaller humanoids, their hands still clutching the golden seed pods. If someone is unwise enough to reach into the pod, they must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15, or suffer 1d4 damage from the internal spines of the plant, and then are grappled. 10 points of damage must be inflicted upon the plant to free the trapped arm, the leathery surface providing a natural AC of 11. Ripping the plant out of the ground requires a successful athletics check, DC 10, and inflicts another 1d10 damage upon the trapped victim. Just traps goblins and other small people.
Set little traps up with them.
Okay. And second one.
Ooh, roll 2d20.
Ba-ba-boom. 9 and a 6.
9 and a 6. So you have got some creeping mangrove and another goblin trap.
The goblin trap? I don't think we have mango.
Creeping mangrove is water.
Thank you.
Creeping, growing along the edges of swamps, its gnarled roots reach down into the brackish water and spindly branches protruding vertically towards the sky. The branches are covered with large amounts of small oval-shaped leaves. During warmer seasons, the trees bud small hard fruits that drop off to float along the slight currents of a swamp. This species of mangrove has flourished in areas where others have perished due to their ability to slowly pull up roots and migrate to areas of higher moisture or more favourable alkalinity. The mangroves have been known to uproot small trees and bushes or simply walk over them, trampling them down. Wood from these trees burns readily, even when sopping wet.
11.
I've updated the list.
Fantastic.
Wood that is
Firewood is
flammable and wood that's very flammable.
Needed.
But you will hike for the longest part of the day, and the sun will just be setting, and you will continue to push on that extra little bit further until the trail you have been grueling has steadily getting a lot steeper. The roots of trees, shrubs and flowers clinging tighter to the rocks and sheer edges, the soil and dirt becoming sparser as smaller plants struggle to hold root in the loose, rain-washed earth. As you crest the next small hill, the peaks and slopes of the Thaera summits can be fully seen. The mix of dark grey skies and cooling whites of rock edges are seemingly draped in a fine dress of green as the jungle hugs their sloping ascents. The tops gently kissed by clouds and mists, the skies above holding the sun as it sets, bathing the entire jungle in its reddish-orange glow. Towering in the base of the mountain, where the trees clear, you can see off in the distance 2 colossal figures standing flanking the mouth of a large inlet in the rocks. The 2 statues, carved from the lips themselves of the rock, depict the proud, strong and angular craftsmanship of the indigenous dwarven people. So you head on further in, and you probably walk in about another half hour before you get towards these tall figures that are basically the way I can best describe it is you can see the big tall mountain range, and where you are on the map you can see it's almost kind of like a little valley mouthway in here, so it's kind of like this U-shaped kind of corner that I'm going to draw on here. In the worst possible colour to draw on.
Brown, you say?
Yes, brown. A good poopy brown. So let's change that colour to purple. So what? So it kind of hugs around, and you can see on either side there are these big statues kind of flanking. And you can see that these dwarven figures stand facing each other, almost as if their eyes are watching over an entrance into kind of like... It's almost like a big cavern, but it's open-topped, so the way... I'm sorry, my words are escaping me here. So it's kind of like there is a... almost kind of a inlet in the rock itself, where these statues are kind of like there. And you would be going in that way, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's all built into the face of the mountain.
Yes, exactly. And you can see that they are facing each other. One is a man, one is a woman of a dwarven nature. And you can see that it's adorned with golden inlays and dressed in vines and plants of the jungle itself. As you can see that there has been no effort in removing any of the natural plant life that has grown over these massive statues. These mighty figures have stood for what seems like centuries since they were first chiseled from the rock face. In the cliffsides surrounding the bigger statues, you can see smaller buildings and structures peeking out from the actual cliffside themselves, kind of nestled from little holes and stone walls. And then flowing directly between the two statues is a little river that ebbs and winds its way out that you have been following. And you can hear the thunderous roar of a waterfall coming from within and around the corner of this small stone inlet. At the base, you can see there are other few little kind of stone huts in more of a kind of angular kind of pyramid ziggurat style shape. Reasonably small, but they're all kind of angled in this pyramid style structure. And you can see that there are a few millings about, and just as the sun is now setting, you can see a bunch of different fires and lights begin to light up and illuminate and come out from all these buildings, and big shadows coming themselves from behind the statues from this inlet, casting big imposing shadows from both of them, almost as the shadows fall over and cast a protective blanket over the entrance of Zudak itself.
You know, as much as we're not home, I'm still glad to be here rather than Barovia. Truly a marvelous place.
So,
Yeah.
So this is one of the maps, one of the cities that I don't have a big map for, because I was racking my brain trying to think of how to do all the different levels of verticality and stuff like that, because it is built in a mountain and it's multi-structural and it's all different and janky. So we are going to be theatre of the minding this a bit more as...
That's fine.
Yeah, it was just a lot more, and I was definitely having a lot of kind of just creative drought and brain frazzling moment, and it was just more stress than it was worth.
That's fine. It's like I did with Craghammer, because I had a lot of verticality to it. As well, so
Exactly. So this will be very similar to what you imagine a dwarven settlement to look like. A lot of what you expect from your kind of standard Tolkien dwarven architecture, where you can see there are very little actual curves in the architecture. It's all kind of like jagged angles, and kind of everything's at maybe like a slant. Everything's very straight and proper, and you've got those kind of like golden kind of trims and almost kind of runic bits. But where it differs from other dwarven structures is this has completely let the jungle coincide with it, and everywhere is kind of drenched down and all these overhanging mosses, vines and plants. And the main kind of center of the inlet that is inside, so inside the horseshoe shape, it is completely open to the sky. But we'll describe more things as you get in and explore around.
I like it.
Is it quite empty? Like
No, you can see loads of lights being set up now and stuff. You haven't even reached like where you imagine a front gate or anything to be, but you can see the odd figure and stuff moving around.
And it is getting quite dark. People will setting up for the night, I suppose.
well, hurry up then.
Oh, you can also see lots of different people moving around on Upanchi and stuff around the top, as they look like they're coming back to roost.
Yeah, like
I want one.
so just like Barovia, I'm not getting through these walls with the stone stuff. I think the front door is it's gotta be the way.
Well, yes, I suppose.
So
I think it's like they'll speak the common tongue.
I have provision just in case.
Same.
So
James is not even going to bother to say he can talk to them.
So I don't know how you feel about this, Neve, where normally you're quite opposed to civilized structure. This is almost like a blending of the two, where it is very, very crafted and very unnatural in that sense that they have carved stuff out of the stone, but they have let nature then adapt and coincide in its dwellings.
yeah, it's kind of like she's still making a mind. So far.
It's a rather pleasant harmony.
Yeah. I think we should carry on, eh?
I like it.
Yes, let's make our way inside.
Yeah, so you will head on down, and you'll see that the big two initial statues that flank the entrance, they're probably a good maybe like 400 feet tall. They are monolithic in size. It's almost a spectacle to see these great figures that will look over and kind of guard and flank the entrance. And now that you're closer, you can see that there is a lot of gold inlay in a lot of these structures. Some of the buildings look like they are crafted purely from gold, but surely that can't be right, as that would be terrible building material.
There's a hell of a lot of gold plating going on.
But as you're getting through, you're kind of coming through what looks like now some more smaller farmsteads that don't have any defined boundaries or borders or anything, but you can see there's a few bits of like scaffolding maybe around some trees, and there is a big grove of these trees that seem to have irrigation going through and in between each row of these trees, and they have these huge big purple berries that are up there, and you can see that there's a dwarf up in one of these trees as he's kind of tapping on one of these berries, and he's knocking on it, and he's kind of got like a little prospecting monocle out, and he kind of nods to himself, strokes his beard, and pulls it down in both hands and puts it in a basket. And you can see that this dwarf is covered in tattoos. He has a bald head, a big grey beard with a few wooden bangles and beads in it, but absolutely covered in these ornate, very Maori-style tattoos.
Ooh.
And you can see that there's a few other farmsteads similar to this. You can see there's a few other kind of dwarves milling around, and looks like they're wrapping up for the day of the natural produce outside this initial stream. And you can still hear a thunderous roar of a waterfall coming from inside the actual city.
Oh, do you think we can get tattoos here?
What would you get a tattoo of, Jaden?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, then you should not get one until you have
mushrooms.
decided.
Mushrooms.
No, you can. It cannot just be the first thing that you jumped on today.
Seriously, like, have any of us like just thought of just like checking
Jaden in the jungle? Yes.
What
His
was
part
that?
is done.
What was that, Chris?
I know
Gara.
what I said. I know what I said.
Yeah, I
No one
didn't hear
else
it.
does, but yeah.
Has anyone thought of just checking Jaden into just, you know, just somewhere where, you know, he can just run around for a
Somewhere
bit.
where he can get
In
brain
nursery?
surgery.
That as well. Yeah, a nursery.
yes,
It's a
yes,
great one. Yeah,
We'll check for a crash while we're here.
you know, rehab
Oh,
center,
sure.
anything like that.
I'm not that bad.
Yes, you are.
Hey, look, this plant is smokable.
Oh, is it really?
I mean,
That was a
That's
test
cool.
and you failed.
I mean, a whole bunch
Oh,
of
but can you smoke it? I'm gonna
Ow.
smoke it.
You double.
Jaden, stop being so foolish.
I imagine this is all taking place as you're walking down and towards,
Yeah.
and
It'll just like just autopilot walking as
That's what you sound like, Roman.
and you can
PC style.
And you can see that at the base, you're pretty much at the base of these big two statues now. And you can see there's a few little dwarves milling and kind of going in between them. And you can see there's a small, actually reasonably wide, probably about 10 or 15 meters wide, this little river that's coming out between the 2 feet. And you can see there's a few dwarves kind of dressed in, it's not quite like a uniform, it's not armor, but it definitely looks matching and more kind of dressed. It's not many clothes, it's more a few different leather straps and things across their chest and shoulders, and they wear stuff almost kind of like leaf like almost kilt style motif to their bottom half, and they are also all covered in tattoos, and they are kind of addressing people as they come in, and you can see people coming in with different baskets of produce, maybe wagons of different things, coming in with different animals, and they're kind of just nodding, and they seem to be watching people coming in the city.
Gate guards.
Do you think they will speak common?
And as you
Try.
as you approach, one of them goes, "Ah, yes, boy."
O'Neill casts tongues on Neve and Roman.
No. They will concentrate and listen to see which language.
As you kind of are casting spells, the dwarf will raise an eyebrow, look over to his friend, and then he'll say, "What? Hello."
Sorry, we couldn't understand your language. We're not from the jungle.
Sorry. I didn't know if you spoke Janthi, Dwarven, Common. It's hard to tell. What's the different folk?
We speak common. If you speak it.
A lot of people do speak Common, but not everyone. Everyone in Zudak. I'm going to assume that you're not from here. If you're a bit uneasy, but not everyone in Zudak's going to speak the common tongue. Everyone is going to speak Dwarven. Most everyone will speak Janthi.
Oh, that's why our friend here was just casting a wee bit of a spell, so we could talk to you.
You lot from Varisha then?
Farther away from that. But, you know.
No, we come from the sea.
Weird looking traders. Got any goods to declare?
Oh, not traders, travellers.
Okay. Welcome to the Zudak, the bounty of the jungle.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your patience and understanding. We're looking for a place to hold up for the night.
Life's too short to get bent out of shape with different folk. Every kind of ilk's welcome here. If you're looking for somewhere to stay, how about you go to the Restful Rock? It's a small little tavern. A lot of traders. You'll find it on the bottom floor, next to the mother tree.
All right.
Oh, thank you. And I have another question, if you'll humour me. The city hall or archives or whatever you would call it in this place. Where would that be?
All of
your library or something.
We have a hall of records. It's up near the administration ward, near the throne room. A lot of the important stuff goes there.
Do you think we'll be able to ask to see?
I can't see why not. If you're looking for anything particularly specific or private to the nature of our kind, you might not have access to that. But any public domain knowledge, I can't see why not.
Good. So it's open to travelling researchers.
Aye.
Excellent.
Good.
Well, thank you for your assistance.
You're more than welcome.
Is there? I know the places like this tend to like to have like your laws and things. Is there anything that we should be mindful of? We're not used to.
If you folk ain't familiar with our culture, I can only assume it's reasonably the same as what you would expect from many other dwarven holds. Have you been to any of them?
Can't say I have, lads.
Not in my time, I'm afraid.
So, I can assume that it is the same as most of your common port cities and whatnot. Things like murder, bodily harm, assault. They're completely out. No, thank you.
Could we make a history check to see if I know anything about dwarven law and lore?
Sure. It would be from Faerun, not Thaera.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Roll history.
I'll add a D10 to that.
I mean,
21.
So you know that insults to one's family, they can be. There are a few waivers to kind of like some of these rules about assault and things like that. So insults to a family, that would waive someone's right to protection against assault. If you insult someone's family, you can be assaulted for that.
Cool.
To disrespect the ruler or the ruling structure, that is also a big taboo. And could result in either a fine or arrest.
Yeah, so don't, as far as I'm aware of dwarven culture where we come from, you don't insult one's family or disrespect the ruler or ruling structure of the dwarven citadel.
That's how it be here. I haven't spoken to many of our other cousins from across the land, but one of the things that I hear catches people a bit off guard is don't willy-nilly do anything disrespectful to the jungle or the plants here. No wanton destruction, you know.
Oh, that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to keep them.
Look,
We're no vandals.
we have lived in harmony with the jungle for centuries now, and you will learn well to respect the jungle, and it will respect you. If you don't respect it and go just fucking around and slapping vines out the way just because it's a bit of a bother, it'll bite you.
Oh, aye.
But whilst you are under our rules, you will not do that. You will be arrested if we see or if you are reported to be disrespecting, to be tampering with the natural cohesion we have here with the jungle. Because if you're doing it in our home, then that is a bad reflection on us and what the jungle may view on us.
That is understood, Robin says as he side-eyes Jaden.
As everyone side-eyes Jaden.
Everyone's looking at Jaden.
You think eye contact with
Literally
everyone.
everyone is looking at Jaden. Like,
The best behaviour. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You don't have to be on your best behaviour. No one's asking you to be prim and
we
proper.
are asking him to.
Oh,
No. I need to be on my best behaviour.
just common courtesy to all living things, you know. Respect the natural order.
Is everyone still looking at Jaden?
You hear Jaden Donovan?
Also, if you're getting any illegal tattoos, that is very bad, and you will be arrested and put in manacles. These are deep and respectful. These are part of our honoured tradition. If you are getting one done that imitates any of the style through illegitimate means, that is a great grievance to us, and we will be deeply offended.
Oh, a style of your people.
Everyone side-eyes Jaden.
Bullshit.
So you couldn't like ask for a tattoo or just
No, you don't just fucking get a tattoo. Each of these tattoos is a mark of passage. Each one of these is earned. Each one of these he's pointing to all these different tattoos he's got on him. Each of these is a fabric of your own tapestry of life.
Seriously, do we just want to leave Jaden outside?
no, like his like
It's fine.
You're all thinking.
he kind of reminds me of Darren from Home. Like I want to listen to him tell me about these tattoos.
Oh, every wee little rockling that sprouts up here in Zudak, in the jungle, when they come of age, they go out and they prove themselves to the jungle, and they get their first tattoo. Not until they have proved themselves, not until they have survived a whole week in the jungle on their own, are they allowed to come back and get their first tattoo. And then every subsequent deed, everything they do and in respect of the elders, everything for their family, it is part of the tapestry of their skin. you can tell a lot about a man from his tattoos, and you will be able to read the story of his life from looking at him. It is a way of us being able to disarm ourselves from hiding away and being deceitful with our appearance. You cannot fool no one when you have all that you are to bear in front. If that makes sense.
I understand completely.
Jaden's like somehow got on the floor cross-legged. He's just like listening to him, just like, oh.
Look,
So, Jaden, if you go out into the jungle and survive a week, then you can get the.
No. I'm sorry, lad, but I'm sorry, lad, but it's not a normal thing for outsiders to get tattoos. It is a
It's
great.
It's you guys, isn't it?
Exactly. If you were to do some kind of grand gesture, there have been examples of other people getting tattoos. I cannot think of names off the top of my head, but it is not unheard of for other lads and lasses to come in and be respected, and even the Forge Lord himself might deem you worthy to get one.
The who?
Forge Lord.
Forge Lord. What's your word? King, Thane, Queen, Emperor,
Ruler.
Ruler? Yes. I mean, we don't do a huge amount of forging these days. We still do forge. We still have things that we do, but it is a title that you will hear in most dwarven cities. Yeah. Have you not heard that from other dwarven cities? Am I out of touch?
Sorry, I thought I wasn't sure that you meant the ruler place. I was thinking of something else. Yes, I believe it's something along those lines.
Wow, that's a mighty high thing for whoever they might be. But I feel like we probably should start finding a place.
You can see as you're talking to him, he's still like waving other people in, and as they're coming past. And they're not all dwarves. You do see a few other kind of like different races, but very few and far between. It is a very deeply dwarven culture here. And you do see maybe one or two humans come by, and they do indeed have tattoos on them.
Very, very useful, thank you.
Oh, thanks, lad.
Welcome to our lovely city. I hope you enjoy your stay and find whatever you're looking for.
Oh yes, thank you.
Thank you. And could you point us to this to the resting rock?
Oh, Resting Rock. It's on the west left bank of the plunge pool where the mother tree is. It's near the little trader's little quarter. It ain't hard to miss.
Much obliged.
So, as you travel in, you can see like the big opening. So you've got like that's the wrong color again to use. So you've got like the big opening that you've come in. So,
Color's no good for this map, Rob.
pardon?
Your default color's no good for this map.
Yeah, no. So you've kind of come in, and the big statues are there, and you kind of wind in, and there is a big waterfall that comes down and goes into like a little plunge pool here, if that makes sense. And you can see that there are very many multiple tiers, and you can already look up and you can see all these different bridges spanning across, again with this golden inlay covered in vines that hang down from it. You can even see up from where this plunge pool is, you can see the stars starting to come through the night sky and kind of twinkle down and reflect on the water below. But the most important thing in the center that catches everyone's eye is this huge tree that spans up and breaks up out of the rocks and catches up, and you can see the stars coming through, and it is a monumentally sized tree, at least maybe 1,000 feet high. The trunk probably a good 100 feet wide, and there are many different branches, and you can see its boughs hang down, and it's very much an old willow type tree, and its trunk and bark is this deep brown with almost kind of a midnight blue sheen to it. And you can see that the small bit of land that is left surrounding it in the middle of this big plunge pool is just a gentle glade of grass and stone rocks. And there are no buildings on that whatsoever, but there is a small bridge going across the river and plunge pool to what looks like a small little shrine at the base of this big tree.
Neve, touch it.
Shouldn't you ask first? Shouldn't you ask first?
Just
No.
pointing at it, just like, oh,
She isn't destroying it.
I know, but like it might be disrespectful.
No. Relax, Jean.
Neve is anything but disrespectful to nature.
And as you're walking in further, you can see, now that you're kind of taking in some of the sights, you can see all these buildings kind of built around and in the walls of this kind of cavern that all look down towards this tree. You can see that there are a few big statues of faces carved into the rock in between some of the buildings. At the bottom, the smallest one, you can see is a little rabbit head with a small little horn poking out. And then you can see a bit further up, kind of off to a different side. So they're not kind of like stacked on top of each other, they're just all around. So maybe the rabbit head one is kind of like here at the first level. And then over here, you can see a big turtle head. And then a little bit higher up here, you can see an Upanchi head. And then finally, towards the top, and definitely the biggest statue head, is this big T-Rex head.
Soldier, lower. What's the floor lower?
Very large, tall place.
Big.
no, I mean, it's almost like a giant shrine, but it's just a whole place. Oh,
I love it.
tree?
Yeah, it's
So
pretty good.
big. It's amazing.
Has Neve made up her mind yet whether she likes it or not?
Tree? She like it a lot. She's like, ah,
Yay.
Cold waterfall and plunge pool in a tree.
Yeah, the plunge pool seems to just separate right around the tree.
guys, we should like, you know, pay our respects and stuff and get closer.
Of course.
Go for it, Nate. Have fun.
So, if you wanted to get to the tree, there seems to be one smallest bridge that does connect over to the island that the tree is on.
We should all go. Come on.
Yes, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Head over.
Norman will follow.
Okay, so you can see that on the floor, kind of like on the base level, so we'll call it the base level around the plunge pool, there is what you'd expect to see from a normal city of dwarven architecture. But again, things are kind of built in this almost ziggurat style shape. And then you can see the city definitely then has different levels inside the rock at different elevations along the cliff edges. So there's probably different wings and districts built into the rock along the cliff edges around the plunge pool. If that makes sense, because you can see like the bridges connecting over to different areas and stuff at different elevations. Ooh, sorry. My mouth, it grows weary from description. But you will make your way around and you can see different people kind of getting ready to hunker down for the night and kind of packing up different things. And you're moving past what is quite clearly a trade district on the western edge of the big tree. And you can see that the bridge going across to the island is different to every other bridge here in the city, as this one is made entirely out of wood, and it almost looks like it is made from trunks that have grown in a bridge-like shape, almost trunks and vines that have grown naturally to form this bridge that connects the two landmasses. And you can see that there is no fence or anything, but a small altar and shrine on the other side of the bridge near the base of the tree. And you can see that there are a few different dwarven attendants who are attending to the shrine and lighting up some candles for the evening. And even putting some candles on some lilies and pushing them out into the water on the plunge pool.
Jaden will watch them.
Yeah, you can see they're taking lilies. They're not plucking them or anything. They're using druidcraft to make them move closer towards the banks, and then they are getting these reasonably stout wax candles, putting them in the middle, and then lighting them, and then letting the lilies slowly drift back into the water. And yeah, you can see the plunge pool is slowly getting filled up with all these lily pads that have small candles on them, lighting up the entire pool.
O'Neill, we should ask them if they're having a festival.
Ooh. Oh, maybe we could find some nice things to wear.
Yeah, but we should ask them first. Though.
Yes.
Like hold on to O'Neill and like dragging people along.
Okay, so as you start coming across, you go across this reasonably uneven bridge, as it seems to just be made out of these logs that have gone in the arch shape, and you can see that the attendants kind of clock you as you're coming across, and one of them comes over to kind of greet you, and it's just doesn't even look like there's a dirt trail leading up to the shrine. It just looks like a verdant grassland. You can see kind of this stone altar of gold and white rock at the other end, and the dwarf attendant, who's very much wearing these browns and kind of draped in different bits of plants himself, and he's got different flowers and plants in his beard and his hair. Ah, yes, boy.
Boy.
Ikama Shinko?
You speak common?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not from here.
Welcome to the Mother Tree. How can Elran pay his respects to you today, or how can nature be of harmony to your soul?
We're just wanting to pay our respects.
The Father of Nature always has time for those who have time for him. You can see he's sniffing a bit, and he looks a bit perplexed. Sorry. Please, come, sit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is there a festival going on with the lights, or is that?
No. This is a daily ritual for us here.
Nice. Hey, do any of you have any candles?
Candles?
No. Can we get some candles, please?
I have no candles.
We can sell you candles if you wish.
Yeah. Can we buy some, please?
Yeah. How much are candles?
Some small donation.
If you wish to donate to the Church of Elran, and then yes, but these are special candles, so 2 copper per candle.
I'm sure we can spare that, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I've already got this 5 silver, so why don't you keep this 5 silver?
It's alright, Jaden. I'll get it for you.
No, I'll get it because I've been really stupid in this jungle, and like jumping on all the plants and stuff, and I feel really guilty now.
Well, a silver piece will get you 5 candles, Jaden.
Well, just keep the change for the church.
Okay. And whilst we're waiting for the attendant, we'll just I'll go near the water and cast Druidcraft to try and emanate what they were doing.
Yeah, you can pull one of the lilies over closer.
I'll pull one over, and then I'd like to cast plant growth, to sort of grow some more offshoots, so I can almost take parts of it for each of the members of the party.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put them all together, and then I'll pass them to each of them. Okay, there you go.
You can see that the dwarf kind of sniffs the air again. It's like clearly he smells something weird.
Something in the air?
Yes. I'm sure it is nothing. Do not mind me.
Roman eyeballs suspiciously.
Jaden tries to stealthily sniff his armpits to see if it's not him.
Shit, is it me?
He goes, excuse me, one moment, my friend. I apologize. And he goes over and talks to some of the other attendants, and you can see them kind of whispering to each other. And the one who was just talking to you is then points at Neve for a little bit, as the others all look.
I'd like to attempt an insight check.
Yeah.
From eyeballing him. Let's say, 13.
Yeah, he definitely smells something. Something doesn't feel right to him, and he seems to think, from what he's pointing, he seems to think there is something uneasy that puts him at unease about Neve.
He senses.
Can I overhear a little bit of what they're talking about?
Roll perception.
Is it with advantage because it's hearing based?
Yeah, it is. 20. They're a little far away, and they are kind of have their voices hushed. They are kind of by some splashy water, but you can hear that they're not. He's not sure what it is. No, there's something smells wrong. Smells bad. Cursed bad blood. What is best course of action? And so on and so forth.
And Neve will sort of awkwardly that. I'll pay my respects, and I'll lead them to it, and I'll go over to the shrine, and I'll leave the candle and the lily. Say some druidic things under my breath, and I'll sort of sadly start walking away.
So as you are by the shrine, you can see that there is a small little golden figurine on top of it, and it's depicting a cowled figure in long robes, and it has a big gnarled wooden staff in one hand, and you can almost get a sense of kind of pity, but not kind of like a mocking pity, but a kind of a you poor thing.
Sorrow.
Yes, sorrow, and you kind of something horrible has happened to you. That must be that's horrific. That kind of pitiful sorrow. And as you turn around, you can see some of the dwarven attendants are now kind of around you a bit, and they go, "Excuse me, miss. May we have a moment of your time?"
I don't want to bother you lot. You've got a lovely thing going on here.
No. Please, miss. Just one moment of your time.
Okay. I look at the rest of the party super
Don't go
awkwardly.
too far.
Um,
Sure,
everything okay?
I'm sure whatever needs to be said can be said in the open with us.
They will look to the rest of the party. They're all shorter than you, but they are reasonably well built, and they are quite muscular for priests. There's, we'll say 5 of them. There's five of them here, all wearing these kind of very plantish, priestish robes, and one of them kind of goes, "Yes, I am not sure if your friends are aware or may have some more insight to this, but we fear that your friend here may be cursed in a very malicious way that may be harmful to others and people within city. The great betrayer of Elran, we believe, has inflicted your friend's blood here. And should the blood moon rise, she will turn into a beast. We may be wrong, but we can smell it on the air. Elran is uneasy at her presence."
When is the next blood moon, by the way?
Not for a while.
I mean, you're right. That's no point beating around the bush at this. And she's like sort of shuffling her feet and being super sort of like.
You can hear one of them whisper, goes, "She has forlorn about this. This is not a subterfuge, unless she is good deceiver."
Jaden will go to Neve's side, put like a supportive hand on her shoulder.
It's actually one of the reasons we've come to this region. We are trying to get this curse, this affliction lifted. Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It is a horrible malignancy of the blood. The nature's betrayer has put this upon you, and it is very hard to remove.
We know
Do you
it
know of any
isn't
way?
easy.
There are stories that have been done before. Certain old ways, different remedies, tonics, enchantments, markings of skin that could potentially remove said thing. But it would not be easy task.
We do not expect it will be easy.
If you come back tomorrow, we will have paper. I will look up old scripts.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Much appreciated.
I appreciate it. I don't want to be a bother if you.
If you are not a bother.
Yeah, don't say such things, Neve.
It's,
What happened to you isn't your fault. We're going to stop it.
and she's gonna like really awkwardly just sort of be like, thank you, and just sort of like step away.
They return to whispering, and you can hear some of them are kind of like bickering. There seems to be a bit of indecision on whether that was the right course of action to take with you.
We were honest,
Good.
you know.
Go back over the bridge and wait for the others.
Oh,
I
when
will,
should we come tomorrow?
Come at
Goodbye.
mid-sun.
Very well.
I just need to do my candle floaters thing.
Yes. Perhaps we should find somewhere to lay for the night.
Yes, I would really like that.
The resting rock.
Yes, the restful rock. So you can actually see it in a bit of a market square plaza, and you can see that it has a big sign of a rock, and it's got some eyes on it which are asleep, and a little drooly face, a bit a resting rock, and you can see that it's probably one of the taller buildings here, and it's kind of more traditionally styled in a tavern shape as opposed to these weird ziggurat-style shapes. And you can see that there are a few humans in armor who seem to be going in, clanking about in armor.
Oh, is that the place?
Did we catch any livery or anything?
Roll perception.
Huh.
Yeah, you see you don't see a livery of a nation. You see a livery of religion. You see a sword embedded, like a big kind of almost claymore style sword inside a big lump of ice. So the hilt is at the top of the lump of ice, and then the blade goes through it and sticks out the bottom.
What does that represent?
I don't know.
Roll religion if you want. DC 15, because it's a slightly foreign religion to you guys. You're a little bit better, so it's not super high.
I don't know.
He was pretty distracted.
I'm bad at religion.
Anyone can roll this if you want.
Yeah, go on. That's the whole sword thing caught Gara's eye. How you gonna religion normal? Switch that. Religion.
So, Norman and Gara, you both remember this from studying in Celeste. There was a weird little bit about kind of different religions and kind of different people who have opposed the Great Corruptor in their time. And you know that this is the livery of the Church of Forleen, the Ice Warrior Maiden, the patron saint of the Kingdom of Vidorm, the guardian of the Snowy Tundras.
Vidorm Knights.
Yeah, Vidorm Knights.
This place.
Indeed.
Perhaps they know tales of Vashon.
Oh yes.
Very possibly. Excuse me,
Maybe that's
gentlemen.
why they are here.
Yeah, you can see one of the you catch one of them before they go in. He goes, hey up, hello, good day. Not used to hearing people shout my name in the common tongue in this place. How can I help you? As he kind of keeps his helmet under one arm, and you can see he's got kind of a sky blue kind of cape to his back with a bit of gold trim at the bottom.
Far fancier than what I'm wearing.
Yeah, you can see each clasp has a bit of a fur mantle to it.
God, he's like a starting Dark Souls character. I love it. Sorry, it's on my mind. Sorry to interrupt you on your way to heading to bed, heading to drink, whatever you want. Just noticed you're from Vidorm, correct?
Yeah, that's where I hail from. Vintervot, born and raised.
I just seem strange to see you. What brings you to Janthea? If I may be so.
Signed up for the Aegis myself. We're here on diplomatic missions to help encourage the dwarves of Zudak to take more of an active stance. Maybe try and get some more of their churches involved. Join up with the Aegis. Act of defense in Thaera's name. Proud work.
The Aegis.
The Aegis, yeah. Sorry, this is new. This is new to me. Not from around here. From
it's new to all of us, lads. Aegis, very fresh. That's what we're calling ourselves now. Probably only about a few weeks ago since we set up. There was an emergency summit, I believe, called over in the Jewel of Carl. Seems like the Ed Hierophant of Faltus called an emergency meeting to all religions. Only some of us answered, but we believe the Great Corruptor's back. A lot of us in Vidorm know this for certain. Horrible business going on there. Many lads have signed up because of that. But we're here. We're actively encouraging every nation to take up arms and join this defensive alliance between religions and nations to be ready this time.
That sounds great.
really does. This might sound like a bit of a strange question. I don't suppose on your way here from Vidor you heard of any sort of travelling band of almost like a nightly host?
Okay, he spits on the floor. Yeah, I've fucking heard of it. Ugh. That cunt has been a plague and a blight on our kingdom for the last fortnight. He's been moving west, and we can only assume he's either heading for here or Varisha. Hopefully we've got time, but we came in by boat, but that cunt's been travelling on foot.
I certainly hope we have time to. Anyone else got any questions?
Look, best keep that talk to a low. A lot of lads here have only signed up because they've lost loved ones to that one. They want vengeance. They want to do something. But we're having a nice night. Best not bring up tales of that unless you let tempers boil a bit too high.
Oh, of course. You enjoy your night, friends.
Aye. Fauline's blessings on you. And he pounds his chest and he heads back in. And he goes, oh, wait. If you're looking to sign up, Captain's always looking for new recruits. He's not here at the moment, but he's here in there. Where are my notes? Fuck, what was his name? Shit! So Ansam Gwillem. He's packed away now, but he's got a stall there. He's taking on recruits in the Traders Square.
We have
swing there if we need to speak with him.
Yeah, we have our own goals, but you do have an ally in our little group at least. Known as Dawn's Light.
Thanks.
You're welcome. As for as little as it may mean.
If wars could be won by kind gestures alone, then I'm sure Thaera would have defeated this great corruptor many years ago. But it needs an active blade. Needs an active shield to protect them.
Points
So
to
speak with this
Norman.
tomorrow.
Or a whip leans over.
We were thinking more of a Aegis. Gestures.
I don't know what that is.
He sighs and walks back in.
That was almost a perfect interaction with people.
Friend, yes.
What's
Yeah,
an
almost perfect. But then we went all player on him. But yes, we should head inside.
Yes.
Get a room for the night.
Maybe they should call themselves the whips.
Let's perhaps have a drink. Listen to the talk of the tavern.
Yeah.
So this is very much a tavern for traders, for people outside of the city, and it is bustling with probably about 24 of these Aegis members. They're not all human. Some of them are Eoson, some of them are elven, some of them are even dwarven, but they're not tattooed dwarves. They're of different ilks. But you can see that different people are wearing different liveries. A lot of them are Falencian. And you can see some wear more of a fiery crest. Some have a watery garb of Faltus that you are familiar with. And you can even see some of them have Maronite holy symbols as well.
Oh. There you go,
We're
Roman.
filled with our holy symbols. We got 2 marine and a Shireen and tail. Bit right.
Very holy of you.
This might be a good place to get information about the land.
But
Travelers here.
as you guys get into the tavern for the evening, we will call it a night there, as it's just gone 11 o'clock. And that was a good kind of closing to an encounter. And it's a good place to leave it, as you have arrived in Zudak.
Yeah, we made it.
We have plenty of stuff to research tomorrow.
Right, good games, everyone. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
thank you,
have,
GG.
have a nice
Good
night.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good
Have a
night.
nice
Nice
night,
night.
viewers.
Be